Sit down. Everybody remain seated where you are.
Hey man, so you put me on?
Yeah.
Okay, then why isn't alcohol made illegal? Flowers and grass, like juice freaks get, hangers and cirrhosis in the liver. Besides, grass doesn't have it for me like alcohol. Besides, that cigarette much worse. Right, man. As much as you want.
And have a party. There's nothing wrong with grass. Yeah. 1,000 times. You'll never go to harder drugs.
Don't take any films of me. You're not going to use them anyway.
Well, speak your mind then.
Okay, I will. No one has the right to tell me what I can do with my own body, what I can eat, drink, or smoke. This is a free country, and no one has the right to take away my constitutional right.
Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo. Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and sentient artificial intelligence. Join us on this journey to find the others. Because no matter where we find ourselves in this multiverse, the act of existing is all too familiar.
Guys? Anybody out there? Hello?
The mushroom has a tremendous problem-solving ability.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
As we look across this great expanse and stare at the stars, we can't help but be reminded these lights, though we're seeing them all at the same time, happened across a multi-billion-year delta. Some of those fires burned millions of years ago, some billions, but all of them happened so we could experience them in this one singular moment.
They called us scouts. They called us seekers. They called us Hoosier. But we were destined to question everything.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
Good morning, Hoosier Sophisticate land. We've tried to set a precedent this week by starting your day a little bit differently. That's the entire theme of this new show. What we want to do here is start our days with a little meditation. Again, if you are driving or operating heavy machinery, not a good idea to participate in this. But all the rest of you, join us for a little mindfulness practice. Begin by sitting or lying in a comfortable position, placing your palms facing upwards, letting your shoulders roll back slightly to open up your chest, and gently closing your eyes as you just focus on your breath. Notice how it flows naturally without you even needing to do anything to it. It's always keeping you alive, bringing in nutrients on the inhale and releasing stale old energy on the exhale. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to work at it. Your body just does this for you. It is life-giving. Let yourself feel a sense of appreciation for your ability to breathe. How wonderful is it? How easy, effortless, and natural, saying out louder in your mind, thank you, to the air, to your lungs, to your breath. Take a nice, deep, slow inhale through your nose, feeling your stomach expand, holding your breath at the top. And when you're ready, exhale with a sigh. Let your awareness travel from your breath as you let your breath just be natural to thinking about your body in general. Your ability to be here, right now, practicing this meditation, all the different working components in your body that are making this possible right now, there is so much to appreciate. Let your cells begin to infuse with feelings of appreciation for your body. Think about all the things your body enables you to do that you love, no matter how big or small. It could be as simple as hugging someone you love, eating a favorite meal. We're simply just being here right now. We often take our bodies for granted, but in this moment, you honor it. You well up with feelings of appreciation for all that it does. Feel the appreciation flowing around and within you. And now, let your awareness travel to a person or an animal that you are so appreciative for. Doesn't matter if you know this person, just anyone who gives you feelings of gratitude. Let yourself think about all the reasons why you appreciate them. Where does this feeling of gratitude live within you? What does it feel like? Take this feeling with you as you bring your awareness back to the room around you, opening your eyes whenever you are ready.
Are you ready for your morning motivation? You can do anything. You can do anything. You can do anything, and damn it, I mean it. Guys, welcome to the Hoosier Sophisticate show. I hope you're all centered in yourself, because right now it's time to fire up. This is new. You like that? It's new. It's a new thing. Guys, you're a miracle. Okay? You are a miracle. All the things that it took to happen to get to the point where you are today, that I might be off of that one. Just the I. Oh, there he is. We might need a little zooming in, but I'm okay with it. Hey, guess what, motherfuckers? You're capable of anything. When you hear that morning motivation sting, that's what I'm talking about. You are capable of anything. Sometimes, even lately, I'm following my damn dreams. I still get this voice in my head that says, sleep a little longer. You don't have to follow your dreams. Your Achilles tendon hurts because your son's a mixture of Marty McSorley and Oren Ishii. What's wrong with him? Stay in bed. No! No! I will never do that. Maybe sometimes, maybe when I deserve it. But guess what? You're capable of anything. Anything. Anything shitty, anything good, any dreams you want to follow, you can do it. We're surrounded by people who amaze me every damn day. It reminds me of this show called The Island. There's a girl out there who had one leg, and she's out there dominating,
hopping around
all these other people. No, she had a blade. She had one of those blades like Pistorius, like Oscar Pistorius. She had one of them, and she's climbing rocks and stuff. Now, granted, she didn't make it as long, and I was like, that's crap. She has less energy. You know, if you had a leg less of energy, that's bull crap, you know.
I agree.
You know, like she's gonna win.
Stories from the Olympics.
They had to ban him from the Olympics because the guy had cheetah springs on his feet. He was a cyborg. Guys, it's Friday. It's a good day. It's a good day in your life, or it's shitty. I don't know. It's about perspective. Go out there and kick today's ass.
We're
man.
only as good as our last breath, Steve.
Damn right. We are. We live in the now. We live in the moment, and we live in the now. What's up, buddy? Hey there, guy.
Jesus.
Whoa, that's loud.
Jesus.
That's loud. Remember you turned that thing all the way up yesterday? I might have to sit down at some point today.
Have that bad boy.
Well, I got you that. I got my camping chair right here. So like,
ooh, that actually
kind of
levels us out. You want to?
Let's see that. Let's see our levels. We're on Facebook and YouTube.
You know what today is?
Friday.
Well, yes, and one of the things we do every day around here is we talk about this day in history, and
we do.
And somebody
We do a lot.
that we share in common. When you asked me to come on your radio
that's
show,
nice.
You asked me to come on your radio show.
I asked you to come,
and I did
on my
radio show.
and you did.
Thought the cleanup crew did a great job. You asked me to come on the show. I got way too stoned.
That's debatable.
Steve just wanted me to come and have a conversation about something he didn't know a whole lot about.
I didn't know anything about it at the time.
And
I had heard R.B. Marcus talk about
it. I only had my subjective experience, and I was happy to share it because it changed my life.
Yeah.
So you said, hey, man, you want to come talk about ayahuasca? And I said, I sure do. And then we met each other. And
ripped a few blunts.
Two blunts. I think you maybe smoked 2 blunts with me, which was like the first time I did that since I was 21 years old.
That's what I do to people.
I know who you are. And we went on the show, and I was embarrassed with my performance for sure because I didn't talk. But little did you know that I was going to pay you back for the rest of your life by being the person that never shuts up.
I love it.
However, there was something that I already knew that it was hitting. This thing was working.
I knew it.
This thing was slapping. But when I really knew was when the show started to close. When that show started to close. People say I'm crazy.
Doing what I'm doing.
Today is John Lennon's birthday.
Oh, my dude. My freaking dude.
Yes.
Sorry, I got to stand.
Yes. That's okay. Yeah, that's the thing is like I got
to stand. I got to be up.
I want to get up and go. This is a relief.
This is ruined.
What happened with your kid? Marty McSorley?
He
slashed
Remember Marty McSorley hit Bertuzzo right in the back of the head?
He got charges brought against him. It wasn't Bertuzzo.
Yeah, Bertuzzi.
Yeah. He got felonious
charges.
I think they threw him in jail.
He Rightly so. Because
it's an axe.
From behind.
Yeah, it's an axe.
And Bertuzzi went, and I hate Bertuzzi, but I hate McSorley just as much,
McSorley
so it was tough. It was
dirtbag.
tough. And Bertuzzi went, he went back, hit his head, whole deal, okay? But McSorley ain't putting up with that stuff, okay? Bertuzzi's got a big body. He imposes his will on the other team, and the other team just straight up doesn't like that, Craig. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Not a fan.
Neither does my son. Okay. Now you've heard Caddyshack, Oren Ishii. They talk about the Achilles tendon. Troy.
Watched Troy last night.
No, you didn't.
I certainly did. I fell asleep.
I love that movie.
I
love it. It's so terrible.
Brad Pitt is gorgeous.
Does it get? I mean, Legends of the Fall. Brad Pitt's right up there because I just watched Legends of the Fall. Loved it. Loved Legends of the Fall. I'm into that shit. That was a good movie.
It's a great flick, man.
Great
flick.
I mean, kind of ridiculous because, I mean, how are you not going to be into Brad Pitt's character in that movie?
Yeah.
How can you?
In any movie.
No. I mean, Ocean's 12 or 11.
That's where he's
fine.
But Rusty though is
Rusty's cool.
That's who I'm trying to be in my life.
I know. You're right. That was a terrible example.
Great character.
Even his character in where he plays the stoner on the couch in the
True Romance.
True Romance. Well, that's one of old boys.
Tarantino.
Yeah, one of his first films, I believe. My sister and her friends loved that movie.
Great
Alabama Whirly. I used to look with Patricia Arquette. So we're playing hockey last night in the basement. Got the we got the studio out of there now, so we got full range.
The arena's open.
The arena's open. Arena's back in business. Yeah. I'm bodying him out, right? I'm coming back in like this, and I can keep my stick out. He can't quite wrap around me. Well, if he tries to go one way, boom, I'm spinning. I'm out, okay?
I got you.
We're using the foosball table legs as the goal, and he's got a couple boxes set up. So I put a couple wristers, and I mean, I hit a slap shot so hard it knocks over. You remember in Mighty Ducks 2 when they're the Olympics, and the knuckle puck goes... Or no, it's Fulton Reed. It's Fulton Reed, and he hits the suitcase. That's one. Yeah, that's
hits
number
a laser
one.
in the alley.
Closes the suitcase.
Yes.
Basically what I was doing, bud.
Dang, bro. You're one of the Bash Bros.
I know. I don't. Yeah. So I'm the Kenny Wu of the Bash Brothers. So I'm bodying him out. He's getting frustrated. He puts a couple in the net. Kid's got some skills. Kid's got some greasy, slick mitts. He's
silky
good.
Mitts.
He's good. Well, I guess it was 9-9. Okay, I had come back. It was 9-7. I came back to score 2 goals. We're playing till 10. Right? Now I'm bodying him out.
Your kid is on the verge.
Oh, he wants to win bad. So now he's putting his body into me. Well, I feel that body, and I just roll off it, dude. He doesn't know that. I feel where he's at. I roll off it. He doesn't know those moves yet. Boom, roll off it. I roll off of it. The ball puck gets stuck behind my foot. So I'm going to roll it back, do a little soccer thing, spin around this Bobo. I'm going to spin right around this Bobo.
100%.
I'm going back the opposite direction. Well, instead of letting me roll the ball back, he takes a 2-hand whack right at the back of my Achilles. I have been hurt playing with my kids. They'll get you in the knee.
Yeah,
they get you, in the shin. You're like, okay, that hurt. Oh, stepped on my toe. Oh, okay, walk it off. Because you're trying to teach them how to walk it off.
Naturally.
I was man down. I was crawling all around. Felt like blood was just like rushing into like behind my skin into the leg somewhere. And I'm like, this is my Achilles tendon. You don't hit someone in their Achilles tendon.
Could have ruined you.
I throw down the mitts. I grab his jersey. I start popping him
100%, especially after yesterday.
He's like, Dad, don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Having a nice little talk about beating on our kids. Like, that was,
So today I am struggling. Last night I was like, ooh, this hurts. This hurts bad. But, it's going to go away.
Eventually.
This morning I woke up and it was a taut band. My Achilles was a taut little band, like a workout band, taut. I can't even touch this thing. I can't lift up on my toe. I can't stand on my tippy toes. That's the problem. I can go flat foot, but now I'm Mr. Flat Foot. That's what they're calling me, Mr. Flatfoot.
Mr.
I walked
Flatfoot.
in
How
here.
Embarrassing.
I know. The guys from Waffle House were like, "Hey, Flatfoot!
Oh,
Flatfoot! Flatfoot!
I heard some kids.
Shit, dude. Flatfoot's got.
Get Flatfoot some hash brown.
I know. I'm just trying to make my way. I'm trying to make my way in the world.
In slightly less interesting birthdays in history, it's Jackson Brown's birthday too. On this
the
day,
band's on the bus, and I'm ready to go. Did a show all night, and a show in Chicago.
nice pull, bud.
Or Detroit. I love when he does it in that song. You know,
Or Detroit.
I don't know. We've done so many shows in a row. It's like you don't know where you're at, buddy. How dare you?
I do think
Show some respect to the city you're in, guy.
Crazy though, wouldn't it? Like just different town every night, different gal in a different port.
Are you kidding me?
You know how hard that would be, bud.
If I could go back in time, I would go live in fucking Cockney, England, or whatever. Not London, outside. I'd live in the woods of England,
People that
not the
speak
woods.
Cockney are from London.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah,
that part?
It's like it's their.
Is that part?
It's their,
okay,
it's
what's
their
like
slum.
the country?
It's their slum. Yeah.
Is there a country
Yeah,
slang?
there's all kinds of country.
There's countryside in England. I'm aware of that. I know they're like sheep farmers and stuff.
Yeah, it's not it's not this super high tech society that only exists in.
I know, and I really like the way they talk out there. It's like wildling. They seem like wildlings to me.
Sure.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I like the wildlings.
I was watching Monty Python Search for the Holy Grail the other night.
It's a good one.
And when he's coming up, when he happens upon the one castle where the people are just digging around in the mud, and they're a commune, and they have this unbelievable grasp of just political systems. And he's like, being bequeathed a sword by some watery tart is no basis for a...
I did not respect them. Because even The Life of Brian, I just watched that, and I'm like, dude, there's so much crap I missed in The Life of Brian. They're talking about becoming a woman, one of the guys wanting to become a woman, and going through going through all of the kind of what we're going through today.
Yeah, but you can't do that. Yeah. But then they're having this whole...
Well, we'll call you a woman, but we'll say that you're a man when you do... And he's like, I want to have a baby.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you can't have a baby, but we'll call you a woman. And I'm like, dude, this is how...
They were talking about the
70s. And they always loved dressing as gals. And I used to think it was dumb. Like, when I first saw Monty Python, I was like, what is it?
We always had
they were walking weird and stuff.
Oh, that's the Ministry of Silly Walks is hilarious. But
I know.
My that was actually kind of just a mainstay in my house was
you had to kind of get it.
British humor.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the show, and I really need to look it up because my mom and dad would watch it like on Sundays, and it was hilarious. It was like just this kind of real like low, probably poor to low middle class couple in England, and it was the equivalent of like All in the Family, but British.
What was
Absolutely hilarious show, and I loved Faulty Towers, and I love like my dad always had PBS on. We were always laughing at some kind of British.
Till Death Do Us Part.
Maybe that could be it.
Yeah, because I remember that show too. I remember thinking, oh God, and they used to have that show Ab Fab. I didn't quite understand. It had those older like coog chicks, but they always seemed like they were wanting some dick.
Like Blanche.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on Blanche this early in the morning.
I'm doing it, bud.
Don't even get me started. It used to kind of gross me out. Like Blanche was always talking about having sex. And I was like, ew, as a young man, I'm like, ew, that's gross. And now I'm like, oh, you dirty girl.
It wasn't this one. It was
oh, man, oh, me, oh, my. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Blanche can get it. Blanche can get it for sure.
But who's really getting it? Stell Getty.
Oh, no. She was the youngest of the...
I know.
What was that all about?
I know. Well, she played the mom. She was just little and fun, and she was in that movie with Sylvester Stallone. That I hated. Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead.
No, Stop or My Mom
We
Will
both
Shoot.
that movie.
Stop or My Mom. Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead.
Oh, that was a good movie too.
We're the worst.
What?
Hey, on this date, Steve, in the year 28,
Let's get this Friday started all right. Yeah.
On this day in the year 20, the Temple of Apollo is dedicated on the Palatine Hill in Rome.
Well, duh.
I just bring that up because
tell me something I don't
there's
know.
a wrestling promo finna to happen today with
I don't even know.
with the Diamond Dabber.
That's what you call yourself?
I don't know. That's what he calls himself. I don't know.
Oh, the Diamond Dabber. I like that. Because
Some people call him the Dapper Dabber.
Because there's diamonds. THC diamonds. Wow. Look at this guy just getting it. This guy gets it. There's one thing you can say about Craig, and it's he gets it. I'm rolling up one of these fruit punch CBD
cigars.
CBD. I should have got it from
Well, it's a good thing you can do that because they're not going to be
Native
able to offer that to you pre-rolled at a dispensary. Steve.
Oh, why? That's crazy. Why would
Because
they
it's
not let it?
because
Manufacturer.
really the language only says that they're able to buy flour, but if anything goes through any kind of manufacturing process, and technically, if we're going to have something pre-rolled or rolled before, that is actually a manufacturing
That's
process.
manufacturing.
So they're gonna have to buy it from the manufacturers that way,
Yeah.
and then sell it with the appropriate packaging.
Because heaven forbid you go into a dispensary and say, oh, that smells good, but I don't know how to smoke it. I don't have a device or anything. Oh, can I get a pre-roll of it? Nope.
Sorry.
You criminal. You're still a criminal if you want a pre-roll from here. Is it? There's for real.
They can buy a pre-roll from there. It's just got to be
from the manufacturer.
It's got to be packaged from a manufacturer.
Bullshit. Now, can only certain companies transport too? Mm-hmm. And that's their own deal. They're just a transport.
There's a couple that got transport licenses. Yeah.
What? Shit, I drive around with it all day, every day. People have been for the dawn of time. People have been.
Since the dawn of time, but people have done it legally in Missouri.
Since the cavemen times, people have been driving around with weed in their car.
I watched Fred Flintstone do it.
Fred Flintstone
Barney
was probably the guy.
Barney had the fucking grass.
Barney
had.
Oh, I thought you said he had a great ass.
He had the grass, bud.
He had the grass.
He had the grass.
He probably was actual grass too.
Yeah, Betty or Wilma?
Why you gotta do that to me?
I know. I mean, here's where I'm living.
Wilma can obviously take a hog.
Oh, well, naturally, she's with Fred.
Yeah, but no, it's Betty. Wait,
is it Betty? Betty Rubble?
Yeah, who played
Barney's wife? Okay,
yeah.
So Rosie O'Donnell played Betty.
Oh no!
But here's the thing: probably the best Rosie O'Donnell's ever looked.
I know.
Rosie O'Donnell as Betty. She can get it.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe
I gotta look.
I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. I mean, honestly,
she could have got it.
Saying after a couple of raptor steaks and maybe an ale or two.
A raptor steak. You know what? Rosie O'Donnell in A League of Their Own.
Well, that's because they had that other slugger gal that really made her look good. Who was the gal that they grabbed? Marla Hooch.
Marla Hooch. I wish I could hit a baseball like my dad used to say. I wish you could hit a baseball like Marla Hooch. Oh, he would. He'd mess with me because the dad really liked her in the movie.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember Halle Berry in that Flintstones movies?
Someone here.
Let me go handle it.
I think someone walked in the door. We probably should lock the front door. Guys, here's the deal. I'm out here in Festus, and I'm going to be running this joint. I'm going to just be running it. Who is it? Is it that guy again showing his wiener? Yeah, he has to wear it to clean his pee. Oh, yeah, we have pee cleaner. Guys, come on out to Festus. We're going to make this spot our little baby. Jason said, Steve, there's a store in Festus. I said, I'll do a bunch of stuff, man. I'll do a bunch. I haven't done much except for the studio portion, so a little selfish on my part. But, you know, we're getting stuff done. It's the first week of the show, everybody. On the show! Hey!
The show over here.
So remember, you can watch us on Periscope and put your phone down. You can watch us. That's a part of Twitter. So we're on there. STL Hoosier, STL _ Hoosier. That's our new Twitter. Not new, but we're going to start using it. So
we've never used it, really.
We've never used it. Twitter's so weird.
Yeah.
I like Twitter, though. I got to say, Twitter's fine. Facebook is the one that's dog crap. But you can check us out. We have stuff on Instagram. We have stuff everywhere. Oh, Rosie O'Donnell and East of Eden.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to pull, East of Eden. Because she was always into bondage gear, so I'm like, or maybe just like in one scene, but that's the only scene I remember.
That's all the only scene I remember.
Only scene I remember was Rosie leathered up.
And Dan Aykroyd in that?
Maybe. Look, that's her in the Flintstones.
Let's see.
I'd throw it at her.
Oh, 100 million trillion %. Exit to Eden. East of Eden?
East of Eden. That's right.
I'm only getting Exit. Exit to Eden.
Exit to Eden was like a...
No, Exit to Eden is it. Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, East of Eden was Steinbeck's book.
Yeah, don't get those mixed up. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell from this movie. Whoa, wow. Whoa,
guys, if you don't mind tuning in, Steve and I are just gonna.
We're looking up Rosie O'Donnell.
This all started with the idea of cranking it to Whoopi yesterday.
Is this where this began?
I cranked it to Whoopi.
No.
I remember
that
part.
No.
What do you mean no?
I mean no.
Let her get it, bud.
No.
Do her a favor.
I don't know. I think I don't like her personality. Who was the other chick in it?
I don't know.
It was Paul Mercurio, Dana Delaney. Dana friggin' Delaney, bud. Remember her?
Oh, yeah. She's still around.
Big fan of Dana Delaney.
She kind of reminds me of Adam Bundren's crush.
Mary Steenburgen.
Also a good pull. When he said that the other day, I was like, she is a very attractive older lady.
Mm-hmm. Not Exit. I'm looking at Exit to Eden right here.
Go. That's it. It's time for a promo.
Exit to Eden. Someone has just been ruined right online. VR McClanahan is ruined. He's done in this town. I brought a computer today.
Good. What you
so slow.
What are the things you wanted to talk about today?
Oh, let's see. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
There is, and I'll tell you what.
I think I'm ready for another ceremony.
Are you?
I'm ready for a real ceremony because I've never really done one.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I'm ready. My brain is hammered from this first week.
It was calling me a little bit, and that savage.
Murd.
That I'd throw it at her. Yeah, I am an octopus sometimes.
Oh, yeah, they throw their wieners at the girls.
On this date in history, Steve, in 1470, Henry VI of England was restored to the throne. Shit was awry back then. There were people digging in the mud thinking that they could just develop communes and they didn't serve any king.
Where are you going with these? Were you just popping up random ones at a time? I thought you were tying them in. Wasn't that a thing when you were tying them?
I tie them in sometimes. Sometimes I tie them in. Sometimes I just throw them out there. Sometimes I tie them in. Sometimes I throw them out.
You're giving people so much value, too, because they're like, guys, did you know this date in history? The King of England.
Makes me sound like a genius on this show.
What else happened this day? Go through them all.
Yeah, I can. Oh,
1914. I'm into the World War I stuff.
Are you in World War I? Yeah, the Germans took
Marne,
Antwerp.
The German, if they would have taken the Marne in France,
yeah.
Ooh,
well, they took
it would have been
Antwerp,
a different thing
on this day in 1914.
Listen, that's when they had their first.
You know
big
what Antwerp's
chance.
got?
Twerps.
A lot of diamonds. You ever seen Snatch?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while though.
Antwerp's like the diamond capital, the diamond exchange capital of the world.
What was that last Guy Ritchie film? The Gentleman?
So good.
What was that? The Gentleman?
It's The Gentleman.
Ooh,
did you watch it?
Oh, yeah. You told me right after to watch that stuff.
Dude. You know who I loved in that was, I thought Hugh Grant really kind of stole. Everybody was good in it. Hugh Grant was magnificent in it.
Hugh Grant's he's an excellent actor. He went through some stuff, though, didn't he?
Well, did he go through stuff, or did he just go through stuff at the wrong period of history? The guy was he was hooked. He was getting it on with a African British transsexual prostitute.
Will this change the other view if I zoom this in?
It will. That's why I did it. Oh wait. Yeah, we can do that, and I'll just flip that other one back. You want to do that?
Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't that the thing?
That's all right. You're just gonna have to flip back the main cam, but that's all right. Go in the studio and do it. Whatever. Yeah, no, honestly, what he was in trouble for. Now, I think he was wedded at the time to a very
Elizabeth
beautiful
Hurley.
Elizabeth Hurley, who, by the way, is maybe pushing 60, and she is a fucking rocket.
She is so beautiful.
She is
so beautiful and sexy. Oh, God. I remember her from, Austin Powers, actually. What does it all mean?
What does it all mean, Basil? We are on Periscope. We are going from the Hoosier Sophisticate page. So we threw a little curveball at you at STL_Hoosier. If you wouldn't mind letting your friends know about our Twitter page, because we're going to try and move everything there. Because yesterday, Facebook pulled some bull S, bud.
Some straight bull S.
Some real bull S on us. And I'll tell you why it's bull S, because YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, none of them gave us the business. We used free use, no attribution required music for our meditation stinger. 30 seconds. Shut down, took our whole video off the internet.
You think it was a meditation stinger?
That's what it kept going to when I jumped to it. I don't know what else it could have been.
Does it automatically jump to it?
Yes. Whenever I clicked to it, it went to that particular part of the video. So,
audio only option.
So, KC, I would love if you would help us out with this. Right now, the best audio only option we have is for you to put this on Periscope, and it will play in the background of your phone.
It works on my phone. Does it work on yours?
It's something that we're dealing with right now.
Because someone told me, they go, it doesn't work on my phone. And I won't name names, but it was Jennifer Barra. And she said, don't work on my phone. And I said, you know what, Jennifer Barra? You're the Hoosier of the Year. I will figure it out. So you're on Periscope. Now swipe it away. Your Periscope goes off? Mm-hmm. Maybe I have a setting on mine.
All right. Well, we're just gonna have to figure that out.
Well, my phone does it. So if you wanna listen on my phone, let me know.
Also, if you're not listening live, there are audio only offerings on any major podcasting platform. So typically by 11:30 or noon of every day, the day's show has been uploaded. And I got to tell you,
something. Whoa.
Amber is the color of your energy. Yeah, we will name Jennifer Barra. She's the Hoosier of the Year. That it goes with the territory.
Goes with the territory. Watch me.
I actually enjoy our audio presentation.
Oh, it's so funny.
It might. Okay, must be in your settings, bud.
Is that in my settings?
Or is it just because I'm finding it through Twitter? Do I have to get the Periscope app?
Oh yeah, I'm on the Periscope app, bud.
I'm
on the Periscope
app,
where it is, guys. So I'm on the app. Download the app. You can't do it. What do you think?
Well, if you do
you think Twitter is Periscope, bud?
When you click on it, it brings you to the Periscope, bud.
Yeah, I know, bud. But
yeah,
now
our name on Periscope is this. Everything is broadcasting from STL_Hoosier. STL_Hoosier. That's where everything is broadcasting from. That way, we can just kind of keep everything in one place, and we can start maybe moving a little bit of this community from Facebook over to Twitter, because
why not?
I'm done contending with
not?
Facebook.
Can we get it on the horn here?
I'm
on the Periscope app. It works great. I'm on the Periscope. It works great. Who is that? Belinda
She's been awesome. She's been joining us every morning.
Teat milk.
Jessica uses the _Hoosier, not dash Hoosier. _Hoosier. Jennifer says, let me just drive 3.5 hours to borrow your phone.
It was a joke, Jennifer. I don't expect anyone to do that unless you really wanted to come to town, and then I would sincerely enjoy it.
I would sincerely enjoy your company.
She wrote, love you guys up there on our board. And we got Aubrey Strong up there.
John Matthews wrote that. Hey, I like what you did last night with the...
I don't know. I'm trying, man. The Hamilton Souther thing has me messed up.
That's all we can do, man.
I've talked myself out of believing in magical things and
why?
things I can't explain. Okay. Just because I guess I don't know if it's easier or you have so much crap going on in your own life, you don't have time to really look into it. I guess it doesn't really hurt. I guess you maybe want. I felt foolish.
Can I hit that or?
Yeah, I didn't know. I felt foolish because you remember the Long Island Medium?
Yeah, there are people that are farcical.
Yeah, well, she was nailing it, okay, on the show. She was telling parents whose children had died that their kids were happy and they, love them. She was telling people whose parents died, all sorts of people who were struggling with getting over or getting past or dealing with a death from someone close to them. She comes in. She appears to just be asking questions that only the dead person might know. So she's leading down this road where eventually she says, "Oh, did someone pass from the chest?" I'm getting the sense of an older man or younger. And they're like, "Oh yeah, my uncle died." "Oh, okay, your uncle." "Okay, he's saying that he's having trouble breathing. He's having his chest." They're like, "Oh yeah, he could have drowned. He could have been in a car accident. He could have had a heart attack. He could have had a stroke." Like, she's narrowing all these things down. And I didn't know what cold reading was before. And it's a whole thing that has through time where these guys have figured out how to. And if you watch the show Brain Games, we can be manipulated into certain things. So they were just
the magicians that do that, the mentalists that do that.
I love a mentalist. Love a good mentalist.
They're so cool, man.
They're like, name any word in the world, and you're like, pineapple, and they're like, hold up a card, pineapple. You're like, they just led you to say that over and over by giving you prompts through this whole thing.
It's unbelievable.
So, I think it's this reminds me because I'm kind of losing. Where's our native hemp moment of clarity?
That's what it is.
Where's our native hemp moment of
native hemp inside of me. Native hemp.
I was made to feel foolish by the Long Island Medium because I was crying, bro. She was telling these people exactly what they needed to hear, and that's fine. That's totally fine. No, I'm putting all this native hemp right down. Oh man, oh, that's good. I forgot my damn coffee in the car. Damn it. God dang it, nothing to drink here. You got coffee?
Yeah, take a sip.
I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna take it. Guys, I'm walking over here. Oh, that's rum. That's a lot of rum in there. That's a lot of rum in there. So I felt dumb because then I started to learn about cold reading and that people pretty much had the same results as a medium would have. And then I started to see some of the mediums who I thought were legit just get worked, like they didn't know anything. And it's tough for me to understand that you can talk. I'm a believer in energy. We're all energy. That's what the morning motivation was for.
Morning motivation.
We're all just energy and vibrations, okay? So I'm into that. I believe that. I think people can read into that. But I think when you're a medium on TV making money, it's tough.
You're an entertainer at that point.
It's tough. And I struggled with
Todd Siegel.
Oh no, Todd Siegel gets it. He's real. No, I struggled with, am I just a buzzkill? Does this mom need to know that her son is okay in heaven? Is that fine?
I mean, is there a value to that?
Is that fine?
To that solace?
Instead of me going, oh, really? Prove it that you're talking to.
That kind of makes you a dick.
Little bit.
Makes you pretty dicky.
But
little dicky.
The Jenny and Angie really want me to go see a medium. There's a guy in St. Louis apparently who's really good.
Okay.
Dicky. Something like Rick Doblin. It's a very similar
Dickie
name.
Roblin.
Dickie Roblin. Yeah, it is. It's Dickie Roblin. Dick Hudson. Dick Hudson.
I like native hemp inside of me, and I like entering code HOSO at checkout to get 30% off of my order.
Do you?
I do. Oh, bud.
We're about out. We need more.
I wish our fans would
Tell them
stop
about the rest of our sponsors real quick.
I wish our fans would stop buying so much of this so that I actually had some to use. Yeah, well, I like to double up on CBD. That's actually a high CBG strain in that smokable. Our sponsors, Sweet Leaf Emporium. We are in the Sweet Leaf Studios. And where we are going with this is, I think it's going to be something really, really special that we can co-create with this entire community. A space where people can come, unwind, relax a little bit, and be encouraged, be inspired to create something cool and new. And that's what Sweet Leaf has given us with this studio. So Jason Long, I just like now.
Jason Long down to Mendes.
I'm carrying dude's banners. Okay, I'm trying to let all the people know that Jason is more than just a place where you go and buy cannabis accessories or get your cannabis card. Or he's more than just an awesome store owner providing wares. He is a person who cares deeply about the evolution of the human race and the idea of the tenets of being of freedom and of being a free person and helping people not only provide for their homeostasis and their ultimately best realized consciousness, but also a place where people that are kind of in a hard way, they can come and potentially be saved. Like it's so important to him that people are helped. Listen, when we told him about Aubrey, in that moment, he's trying to figure out what he can do in that moment. That's everybody in this group. That's everybody in this group. But Aubrey, you want to talk about, I always look at like all of the tremendous things that are provided by tragic things. And one of them is the fact that really Aubrey brought us to Aubrey. He 100% brought us to Aubrey. John was with him at the cannabis conference, and I can't believe that it was just back in March that we met that family. And Jason was like, "No, I got to bring this guy to the conference because there are people that he needs to meet. There are people that are going to give his daughter the best chance."
Oh boy!
And
did they ever?
And did they ever? And so many people in this community made that happen. And that is the extension we want with our sponsors, where it is more than I'm just selling you something. That's good, and I feel good about selling it to you because it has value and it will provide both of us value. I'm happy to trade money for a service or for a thing. Awesome. However,
that's how it works.
I feel like I'm getting a good part of the deal. You feel like you're getting a good part of the deal. But more than that, why don't we do something that actually, has a currency attached to it that you can't see? That you can only feel. It's a feel currency, man. And so we know the Matthews family. The Hoosier Sophisticate family has come to know the family because of Jason Long saying, "I dig the way you guys put it out there, man." And that's what I'm trying to do. So why don't you come out here and let's make something real cool?
He's a fucking weirdo.
He's a total weirdo.
And it's weird because we're weirdos.
We need weirdo. We need weirdo in our life.
We're odd. We're odd. We do things differently.
I listen to our show. We're odd.
We're odd. We're oddballs. We're odd ducks.
We're just a couple of wacky ones.
Wackos. When I first met him, and, when you approach people with sponsors and then there's money being exchanged and you're like, well, I like you as a person, but I'm also getting money from you. Well, you're also getting a service. Okay, well, this situation's weird. It's like, is your is your drug dealer your friend kind of deal? Like we have a situation where we're doing this thing. Not saying Jason's my drug dealer.
So basically, Jason's like, lingerer.
Yeah, he's like, that's why I feel like sometimes with me, I'm sure.
Right.
He's such a
Snickle Fritz for you, bud.
And it's like, well, you guys are just saying cool things about him because he's helping you out with all the studio.
It's not. That's not the deal.
Not at.
We would go sit.
At
We would go sit
all.
in a city garden and talk like a couple of dicks, if that's what it meant.
Yes, and I would talk to
He's
Jason
as
any
excited-
day, all
he's
day.
as excited about this as we are, which is something that, I think that's all we ask about anybody that's kind of along for the ride is like, just believe in something crazy. That something crazy and beautiful can be created here, and I promise you, it'll happen. Whether that's a camping trip, whether that's a karaoke night at the bar, whether that is a washer tournament, whatever that looks like.
A ketamine party in the basement.
Come in. Oh, man, we've never. When's the ketamine party in the basement?
I knew you liked that. That's just something I'm dreaming up right
That's
now.
a pretty
It's your
cool
day.
That's a cool dream, man. That is a cool dream.
Hey, I'm living. I respect people's need to feel connected or assured of other people's safety. On the other side, it's when the money gets involved, I lose respect for the process.
About like the mediums and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. There are legit mediums and there are fakes that use grief to get money and people that are searching for
No
that
doubt.
connection. That is when I get angry. Totally. Yes, you guys are weird and cause weird dreams.
So thanks to Craig's morning meditation and the convo yesterday about him and another man, I had a very inappropriate dream last night about Craig and another man, and I was not involved. Well, maybe I was the cuck.
Yes!
And you know what, Steve? That brings me to this day in history.
The cuck was invented.
This day in history, 2020. Craig let the audience know that a female cuck is a cuck queen.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Cucquean.
Yeah, cuck. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That is cool.
Man. We need to know the lingo sting.
Except when she's mean.
Was the
about
dude
it.
good looking?
I don't like mean. I don't like
the guy.
mean.
You think she probably had me just fucking a troll?
Oh, I bet you were doing someone nice. I bet it was nice.
You think so?
I bet it was nice.
That guy could taste.
That's how I'm picturing it.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know.
Ron Jeremy? No, you're probably with one of those. Who's it? Nacho Vidal, or the one who's like really up on them, who's like whispering in their ear.
You're thinking Rocco?
No, Rocco Siffredi is a monster. He's an animal monster.
Yeah, he's an animal monster. Nacho Vidal makes him look like a choir boy.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I've never gotten into those Nacho Vidal ones. I've only
Nacho Vidal, by the way.
Oh wait, it's Plowboy's boy who does it.
Yeah, you're thinking.
What's his name?
He looks like an idiot with the lip job.
I haven't seen it.
What
What an idiot! What an
Duck.
idiot!
I'm like, you were gorgeous. What are you doing,
he was a
guy?
good-looking dude, and he'd whisper stuff in their ear, and I could tell the women were really enjoying
There's
it.
a guy.
Was he French?
Yes. Yeah, he's
Is he?
French. Yeah.
Okay.
What's
his name?
I got you.
No, let's think of it with our brain.
I will. Okay. Well, you know what? Let that native him kick in.
I could see the other guy's face, but he had a nice dick.
Okay. Now I'm interested where I was at in this thing.
So, Akasej Snave,
Having sex dreams about me.
having sex dreams about you with other
That's
dudes.
when I know I've made it as a morning show host.
Join the club.
I mean, hey, you know, it's yeah, cool.
Except usually it's my dad. Oh, God, Steve. Come on, dude. This is the morning show. It's the morning show. I'm sorry, George.
Would you want George to listen to this at work?
Yeah,
sir?
he'd laugh hilariously.
What is he doing? Put it on. Download Periscope.
He's got problems. Being with, uniting with guys like Dennison, Brian Kessler, Jason, James Carlton.
Thank you.
Uniting.
Thank you for bringing up James Carlton. Because you know what James Carlton makes me want to do?
Dance? Oh, mom dance?
It makes me want to mom dance. You want to know why? Because James Carlton takes care of my mommy too.
Oh, really?
Takes care of my whole family.
Oh, you're lucky.
Takes care of everybody I know.
You're lucky because
he takes care of my aunt, takes care of my cousins.
Really?
He really does.
Wow.
James Carlton.
And you have a large family. So.
Yeah, he doesn't all of them. I can't get all of them. There's 100. I have 100 first cousins on the Kohler side.
This group is filled with Jezebels.
Jezebels, bud.
Early morning Jezebels.
Ernie Merling.
Ball.
Ernie Merling. Ernie Merling Jezebels.
That's a great name character.
Ernie Merling.
I'm Ernie Merling.
Hello, I am your
long descendant from Merlin, the wizard. I have powers. I have magical powers. He's in his office
Actually,
going, I have
that's
magical
hilarious
powers.
you bring that up. Timely, even.
Because we're talking about magic.
We were talking about magic, and I had a conversation about Merlin last night.
You did?
The birth of Merlin? Yeah.
There's a show with Merlin in it.
Well, there's a show called Merlin. And
that
then
it?
also there's every show that's ever pertained to
there's
King
one
Arthur.
I just watched recently.
Merlin?
Was that it?
Is the
Newest
later
one where he's
show.
kind of like, no, he's not the main character, but he's like drunk and he's like, whoa, man. And then at the last
Merlin was a
episode,
Slytherin. Did you know that?
Get on somewhere.
He
He
was
was a Slytherin.
He was a Slytherin.
Early Merlin Jezebels, new band name. Queen. Oh,
Yeah, but it's Quean and it's one
ooh,
word.
you had a
Jessica.
nice wiener too in it. Oh,
All right, listen. Now we're getting into
Oh, well done, sir.
I made it.
Because it's weird looking
I
when it's
always
out
wanna-
right now.
yeah,
it's
I
weird
do not wear
looking.
pants
I
during the
see
show.
it.
I
Yeah.
do not wear pants
You
during the show.
can't. You can't wear
You
pants.
can't wear pants when
no.
you're standing and getting juiced up.
Juiced. Just squeeze the juice out.
We were talking about the birth of Merlin last night. It's pretty wild.
With who? With who? How?
My
When?
wife and I.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was an episode of Ancient Aliens. Kind of cool. Talking about
Kind of cool.
talking about how he was basically born of a demon and had all the darkness. He was cleansed of all the darkness.
Aliens. It's aliens. What did I? Yeah, I tried to watch that show a few times. I can get it, but no, I don't need to dismiss any of it.
It's
I don't
actually
need to dismiss any of it.
fun to really. It's fun at night to fall asleep to.
Do you think people can talk to dead people?
Yeah, I do. Listen, when I read The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot, seriously, probably favorite book ever. I think everybody should read. If you're even remotely trying to figure out how magic fits into this world,
can I borrow it? Or?
You can absolutely borrow it. I would love if you borrowed it.
Okay,
It is honestly one of my favorite books ever.
Okay, I will.
And it makes a case where it gives a lot of anecdotes, a lot of anecdotal experience, and different points of view, but then also kind of tries to connect it to physics, quantum physics.
I need that. I need that.
It will at least blur the line enough for you where you're like, yeah, someone can talk to dead people. Yeah, sure.
It's possible.
A bunch of people probably can. There's 8 billion of us. If one can do it, a handful can do it.
I just wonder about how many dead people there are. And if you're not constantly inundated with the yappity yap like Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost at one point, she's in that room and everybody's like, I want to talk to somebody.
Cranked it to it.
Yeah.
Look, I can't remember the movie that Whoopi was in that I may have played.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Look, I remember
Jumpin'
that.
Jack Flash.
Let me find
because she was a dimer in that one, bud. Jumpin' Jack Flash Whoopi. You're probably thinking of The View. Whoopi.
I actually think I was probably Star Trek Whoopi, just wearing like her big old hat.
Sure.
Crazy space lady that knows everything.
I forgot she was on that.
She could get it. That Whoopi could get it.
Yeah, I think people could.
She wore the frumpiest thing in the entire known universe.
Is that what it was? Is that her claim to fame?
No. I'm saying she wore like the she wore
like you have any idea.
Look at this hat though. Tell me she doesn't mean business, bud.
That's just that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary.
Well, it only allows for certain positions too. That's what's cool about it.
Well,
you can't lay flat on your back. Or
that thing is. You could do whatever
You're
you want.
Standing
with that thing.
Positions.
I'd put it over her
Standing
face. Is what I do.
or
I'd put it.
suspended
I'd bring
positions.
it down here. That's what I do with that hat. Bring it right down here. Sorry, Whoopi. Sorry, Whoopi. I'm just kidding.
She's
Whoopi's
watching.
a lovely woman.
You're gonna end up on The View.
Good.
And she's
View
gonna
this.
Say, she's gonna say,
View this.
This is about my eyebrows, isn't it?
No, I don't even notice her eyebrows.
That's
really?
because she doesn't have them.
She doesn't have any eyebrows?
No, I think that's
Get
what.
on. Show me a picture. She has no eyebrows.
Bud.
I see distinct eyebrows there.
That's just the arch, homie.
What? In everything she doesn't have eyebrows?
That's how I've always known Whoop.
What? Wait. Whoopi Goldberg has always not had eyebrows.
As far as I remember.
Look up Sister Act, Whoopi. Look up Sister.
She had to have
Whoopi Goldberg doesn't have eyebrows. The beginning of Sister Act when she's a sassy little trollop.
Oh, she was a sassy little trollop. They're drawn on there, Jack.
Come on, Jack, tell me.
No, did she?
What the flip?
Yeah.
That's our next punishment for our next game.
Shave. Oh,
we have to shave our eyebrows.
I'll do a lot of things.
I'll do
like
it.
A dickhead.
I'll do it.
I do not think shaving eyebrows is a good
I would
idea.
look good with shaved eyebrows.
You would look like Bob Geldof in Pink Floyd's The Wall when he shaves his eyebrows. For real, though, that shit would be terrifying.
Those things are hella painted on.
She has never had eyebrow that I remember. Dude,
wow.
Isn't that crazy? You may have
she shaves them off. See, that's a different thing. I thought she was just totally working with...
I would say I shaved them off, too,
eyebrows.
if I couldn't grow them.
See, Jenny didn't know that. Jenny, did you know that? Wow, I am blown away. I'm sorry.
Dude, that's all I remember.
I just, woo. Oh, my God.
That's just what I remember. Like, this little face right here she made in Sister Act. I wish I could pull him up on here.
Oh, that little come hither?
That little come hither look?
Yeah. I mean, listen.
All I'm saying is I've cranked it to Whoopi at least once. I don't know when it was. I'm not sure what the scene was.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
It's more about, just making these kids appreciate what they've got.
Yeah, we had Sears. I remember distinctly the JCPenney lingerie section. There was a couple gals in there I was in love with. I was in love with them.
Choice. You had a white picket fence and a dog running around.
Totally. And they loved me.
And just every now and then we would sip lemonade.
They loved me. I had to always beg them for sex because girls aren't really into sex.
Girls aren't into sex.
They're just barely showing off there. And don't objectify them.
Don't
I got to try to get sex once a week, hopefully. I'm a dumb husband just with a hot wife.
Mow the lawn.
My yard better. There's a direct correlation to how nice your yard is to how little you use your dick.
Oh, Ryan Picarella is going to be angry with you.
I'm just telling the truth.
He's going to be angry with you.
If your yard is nice, your dick use is very low.
That's no doubt. My lawn is 6 foot tall.
If you use your wiener all the time, whoop, your yard looks like a jungle, bud.
I got it straight because I
like
the full bush. It's full bush in the backyard.
I'm with you, sir.
Ain't even manicured. Well, I got a little trimmed up on the front sides.
I got a guy coming out.
Other than that, it's 10 foot tall, bud.
I got a fella coming out now, and I'm going to see if
gross and dirty.
Thank you.
I also never noticed that. Get out of here, guys.
Yeah, I never noticed that. We don't pay enough attention.
Ed Hour
on Periscope. No eyebrows. Just watched Sister Act with New Jersey last week. NJ. New Jack.
New Jack City.
New Jack. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird about her eyebrows. That's really got me kind of... I just can't believe I never noticed.
I can't believe you've never noticed
I
either.
love Whoopi Goldberg as far as a comedic actress.
That's what I focused on when
I mean, I feel like the Ted Danson and when they did Whiteface and Blackface had like a big impact on me for some weird reason.
That was really...
I felt like the media blew it up and I was a kid and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I can't...
I don't have an opinion on it.
Oh, the grass guy. I got a guy. I don't know how he's doing it. He's mowing and trimming my entire yard for $35. Adam Bundren gave me
That's a hell of a deal
mower.
It's a good deal, bud.
I mean, it was a piece of absolute garbage I had to fix myself, okay? So he pretty much just gave me trash.
He gave you a chore.
He gave me trash.
He gave you a chore, man.
No, he helped me out big time. Shout out to Bundren Property Group.
I love him.
We're going to get him on.
I love him.
That's our newest sponsor. That's our newest sponsor. I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement right now. He said, send him the stuff. Let's do it. I sent him our thing yesterday.
He hasn't even signed off on anything?
No, he's going to now. Okay. After I put his feet to the fire.
I like it.
I'll shout his name out.
Put him on there.
Bundren Property Group.
If
free, anyone here needs to buy a house, you should go through them. Jenny works for him.
That one's free, pal.
That one's free.
That one's free, pal.
It worked for over a year, the lawnmower. Okay, Jen, we get it. Jeez.
Tell him, Jen.
I left it out all winter. That's probably on me, right?
100%.
But I left it under a porch. If it gets cold, is that bad? It's not bad. It's covered.
Kind of.
What do you
not good
warm?
for the fuel, Jack.
You warm.
You got fuel in the lines?
I ran it dry, Jack.
Okay.
Oh, fuel's bad when it gets cold. You're insane.
Okay, bud.
But this guy, I don't know how he's doing it. $35 for my land, for all the land I have.
You are a land baron.
But see, I get weird because Jenny's like, I need a table, and we have an awesome table now that we help. But she's like, will you build me one? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I got rid of all my tools. And she's
I
like,
heard my brother offered to do it.
You shut your damn mouth right now. You shut your mouth.
All right.
Your brother offered to do it. Jen's brother offered to do it.
What's the matter with you?
I don't want one of their pieces of wood in my house that I have to look at.
I get it.
Okay, I'll
Build the gala
smash it.
table, bud.
I don't want to. So she has to suffer because I can't let it go.
Mom dance.
I can't let go of my ego. Oh, dude, I got some great pictures of mom prom. Did you have mom prom?
Nah.
You didn't have mom prom?
I went to a public school because my parents loved me.
Exact opposite. Except it's the exact opposite. They didn't.
No, I didn't go to a mom prom.
Steve was not letting me put a table that Scotty built in our living room. Fact. 100% fact. Bundren Property Group will help you sell or buy a house.
All right.
I'm going to tell you, Jenny is the hardest worker. Oh, watch out. I've seen her. She's the hardest worker ever. I see her working. You know what? If we had an ability to run that to our this, you know,
I just don't want to get over.
We have an HDMI.
Oh, is it plugged in?
Could we plug it into there and?
I'm just gonna show them the mom dance so they know what's going on.
Wait.
We'll see it again.
But it's not really.
We were trading off. My hands were up that time.
It'd be awesome. That was right before you guys were hardcore grinding on each other.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
I was actually thinking, making it hard for me. Baby,
I told that story. I got kicked out of Notre Dame's mixer with that one.
I'm so excited.
Didn't get kicked out of the mom dance.
I had to hear that song probably thrice to understand.
It's about boners.
This song's about a straight boner.
This song is a boner anthem. It's a boner anthem.
Boner jam. Not many songs are all about the boner. It's probably Jessica Evans' favorite song. Okay.
It is bone. It's a bone tune. Bum 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 bum.
You're making it
bum bum bum.
Tell me what you gonna do. There ain't no way to hide. Just cause for you is this gonna go. Head high, and Uncle Charlie, easy, Uncle Charlie, with the boots, got it, and I'm gonna miss everybody.
On this day in history, 1781. You know what we did?
1781. We said, "Hey guys, America's free now, buds. For a good few years, better make some colonies. Better formulate the thing. Better do the thing. Confederate."
We began shelling. I mean, pretty much the same thing. We began shelling the British troops surrounded at Yorktown. At this point,
what year was this?
81. 1781.
Oh shoot! Okay.
1781, man.
Oh yeah, I always forget. We declare our independence before the war.
Yeah.
I always forget that that's not the Declaration of Independence. Like,
no,
we won.
We let the king know.
We won. Because that's kind of a...
We let the king know.
We ain't doing it no mo.
No. No.
That's what the letter said to the king.
No.
Nah.
Fuck around, find out. That's what we said.
That's a good skit.
That's what we said.
That's the founding
Fuck around, find out about it.
And the king's like, what the feck?
What the feck?
How dare
And then he just Lannistered out the window.
And then he's like, all right, get the world's greatest Navy and Army, and we're going to go kick these little bastards' asses who left from right in this region. And now they think they can do that?
They don't think I own that land?
I do.
They don't think I own that land?
I do. My milkshake.
I have for a hot minute.
My milkshake brings on the moon to the yawn. They're like, my milkshake brings on. They should remix that end scene of There Will Be Blood when he's like, my milkshake drinks up.
With the dodgeball.
What was it? Was it in dodgeball? Or
And
was
he
that...
starts singing milkshake.
He's doing milkshake. Did he do that in dodgeball, or was that Family Guy and mixing to him? What was the thing when
It's not in
Ben
Dodgeball.
Stiller at the end of dodgeball when he's old, when he's all big again, he blew up again? What
Oh,
does
is
he
that?
say? Is it milkshake?
Is it milkshake? I don't know.
I don't know, but that would be a good cut, bud.
Good cut. Oh, see, that's why I'm trying to get back into rap music. See how Jameson says, nailing that bone thug, Steve. Nailing that bone thug, Steve. That's what it is. I grew up hard.
I know. You're still pretty hard, bud.
I know. But now I'm trying to listen to rap music. Rap music's taking a turn from out of the... Because remember, we used to have
We're out of the mumble rap zone.
Yeah, we're out of that.
We're starting to get into the...
Travis Scott is a psychedelic rapper.
Yeah.
And he's
Kid
big.
Cudi is a psychedelic rapper.
Kid Cudi is the man, dude.
The Adventures of Moon Man and Slim is
I love it.
one of the most ridiculous.
I love it. Singing, yeah, it was Dodgeball. Singing Milkshake.
Thank you, Mike.
Of course, Mike knows.
Once between my son and Mike Linder at home, we got more of an intern happening over this week's show.
What's the deal, man? Should we take him to break?
What time is it? Sure.
8:11.
We're 10 minutes after every time.
We have fun here.
Lots.
We have fun here. Tell us your favorite fun thing.
Please write it in.
Write it down on the comment. Your favorite fun thing.
You, because it's Friday. The engagement.
Okay, we get engagements. Okay. Tell us your favorite fun thing.
Yeah.
Because we want to talk to you. We want to hear you.
My kid farts.
What?
My youngest kid, he's a farter. Okay.
I always wished I could be a farter.
He was a farter. He's a weaponized farter, and we're always, it's always like, do it, blame it on that guy. Like that's what the boys are always like. Oh man, come on. And I'm like, come on, Trey. Last night I hit my kid. I stopped at White Castle right after we left here yesterday. Dad, can you tuck me in? Absolutely. I was already half asleep. Get up, go and tuck him in. Something snuck out of me. And I'm going to tell you about it on the other side of the break.
Oh, you want to hear something great too? I got a great fart story where Oliver farted on me one time. Oliver, he's probably 7. He thought it'd be funny to put his ass on me, bare ass, on my back and fart. And I was like, you don't do that shit, man. He knows now. He's like, Dad, don't get mad about nothing.
But you don't
fart on me, man.
You don't.
Jenny will tell you, I get mad about that crap. Don't flip my ears and don't press your butt against me and fart. Don't do it, Craig. And that's for everybody out there, too. That's for everybody out there. You want to come at me? You want to try to fart, press your cheeks on, give me a pressed ham and fart on my bare skin? No. Today means no.
It does.
I think. I'm just not trying to have anybody fart on me. Because that was a funny thing.
No,
this is even kind of like gross right here. Okay, fine, funny. Ha ha ha, funny. To put it on it. To put it on it.
Pressed ham.
No. Like that guy at Adam Sandler.
No, that even hiking a leg towards someone. That is a modern day. I farted in your general direction.
That's kind of funny. I like when they.
I do not like that.
I kind of like that.
But the joke around the house, we're always blaming. We're always playing a blame game.
I'll tell you about it after. Break.
Oh yeah.
One doesn't work. I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world.
Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp.
It's a stomp. It's a wiggle, turn around,
a little tickle. It's a stomp. Move your feet. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
You take our insurance and are you cannabis friendly?
Yeah.
And they all said no. And then at that last phone call, that 8th phone call, I was like, do you know anybody that is? I'm desperate. I've called 7 other people. You're my 8th phone call.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm crying my eyes out. And this lady just felt bad for me and said, hold on, let me call you back in a few minutes. And they called me back and they said that they would take him, but under a certain amount of conditions. And the main condition was that if they felt that cannabis was not working for him, then they would take him from us and put him in and Child Protective Services, and then they would take the other 2 kids too.
Oh,
because they were both underage.
Then
and we would be charged with child endangerment.
So they'd go to federal prison.
Yeah, we would go to federal prison. So we said, bring it on.
Hey guys, it's me, Kippy the Crazy Koala Bear, and I'm here to tell you about James Carlton Insurance.
Kids, quiet down.
It's the best.
Kids, quiet down and listen to Kippy.
Grown-ups need insurance, and Uncle James can help.
Right on.
Grown-ups need insurance. He's got the best reviews on Yelp. Grown-ups need insurance if they want to protect their house.
Yes, sir.
Grown-ups need insurance if they want to properly bury a spouse.
That's a bit morbid.
Grown-ups need insurance if they drive a truck.
Okay.
Grown-ups need insurance just so they don't get...
Whoa, Kippy, you can't...
Well, I was just going to say get in trouble.
Okay, well, it
you
sounded
don't
like
want
you were
to
going
get
to...
in trouble.
Sounded like you were going to say something else. James Carlton, State Farm Insurance. You can find him online at carltoninsurance.net, or you can call him at 314-961-4800.
Native hemp inside of me. 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 I got 1,800 milligrams going real good down my throat. When I wake up in the morning and I need a pick-me-up, well, I grab my bottle of native hemp and I splash it on my tongue. Lap, lap, lap. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me.
Native hemp extract available at HoosierSophisticate.com. Enter code HOSO, H-O-S-O at checkout for an additional 30% off.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Welcome back, hour 2.
Here we are,
Final
man.
show of the week.
What a week it's
It
been.
is the freaking weekend, baby.
I'm going to get crazy.
It's a wild and
It's the
crazy
freaking
time.
weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. Oh, get it. What? Give me that beep beep. I'm on my hands to the floor. Now she bouncing some more. I'ma get it already. It's remake to ignition. I'm hot and fresh out of the kitchen. I'm rolling that.
Feeling it, man. It's
God, that
Friday.
song, dude. That and In the Club, freshman year of college.
Oh God, dude,
Buddy, I played them out.
You? It was that.
You think I'm that guy playing songs out? Yes, I am. I'm 100% that guy.
I'm convinced that was a global human experiment.
Buddy.
That and Lil Jon.
Mo?
No, yeah.
When I get done, call me, yo.
Yeah.
That
was Usher.
Me. Yeah, that was Lil Jon too.
Yeah, he was in it.
To the wall.
Actually,
to the sweat drip down my balls. Is that for real?
Dude, when I actually first heard the lyric,
that's not for real.
When I first heard the lyric,
that's not real.
I'm like, this is the most popular song in the world.
That's not real.
Right now,
it's not real.
This is the most popular song in the world.
Can't be real.
It's real.
It's real. Oh man, no, we're finish the fart thing.
Listen, nobody wants to be put to sleep in a noxious fume cloud of, of disgrace.
No.
I tucked my son in last night.
And?
One sneaks out of me. Okay. And he's laying down, and I gotta tell you, he's doing the cutest thing. He's wearing this freaking, like, it's like a 10-gallon freaking knit, hat with a little snowball on top. Wearing it to bed. And it's just adorable. And he's getting in bed, got a little routine. He likes a certain mixture of blankets, All right.
High maintenance.
Real high maintenance. Jeez. The old Lord Fauntleroy is what I call him. So
on this date in history, Lord
Fauntleroy. As he's going to sleep, they tried to chill on this date in history. He's like, I'm already asleep, Dad.
Jesus,
you are so boring.
Jesus.
One sneaks out of me, and as he's like,
did it make noise?
Doing his little thing? No.
Nope. SBD. SBD.
SBDist.
What is that? Deadliest catch.
Deadliest.
It was like Bering Strait waters. Deadliest.
I think I told a story about me back in 7th grade in the cubby hold where I had a fart that I let out because
and people were puking,
and it crawled over the whole room, one table by table by table.
Yeah. They had to evacuate the school.
To date, 7th grade, worst fart of my life. Worst fart of my life.
Still?
Until last night, maybe.
Oh, no.
But I don't know what happened.
What was it?
I guess maybe the White Cat. Like I had a White Castle.
Oh,
yesterday.
You think?
Yeah, but I've eaten lots of White Castles.
I know, but you're
before.
dying inside now.
Yeah, I'm dying. So this sneaks out, and as he's like snuggling up.
Yeah, I got my
snuggling up with this blanket, and he goes like this, and like when he does this, he creates a wind vortex that just hits him right in the face, and I watch it happen in slow motion where he's like.
A cyclone of stink.
He's like, Dad? Fart. And I'm like, how dare you? You are the resident farter in this house.
Oh, how dare you?
How dare you? That was you, bud, and you're trying to put it on me, and I can't. And, it's not one of those things. It's not one of those things that it just hits you and leaves. This isn't a quick hitter.
It's gonna sit.
This one's gonna pull up a chair. It's gonna pull up a chair. It's
taking shoes off.
Progressively getting worse. All out.
Closing its eyes. It's gonna take a nap.
Progressively getting worse. So much. I'm kind of laughing, blaming it on him.
Is it getting you?
I am disgusted.
What's it smell like?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't want to get too crazy out here. People are already listening about farts. Okay. But it's got tears in our eyes.
Is he mad or is he?
No. Well, he's just like, even he is blown away by what just happened. My wife's been nose blind for most of our, because of health and whatnot.
Yeah.
Allergies.
Laugh about it.
Yeah. Hilarious. Can't smell anything. Hate it for you. Kind of convenient in some ways. However, I was already going to grab my pipe and go outside and look at the stars anyway. Just part of my routine.
Yeah, you're
go do my thing.
Yeah.
Tuck the kid. Now I'm like, I almost feel responsible for this thing.
For the kid?
No, for the cloud.
You never feel responsible for the kids.
Yeah, I gotta get on a leash or something, get it out of here.
Open a window?
Or
fan?
Well, the play here as a dad, that is in a
is let another one rip.
Yeah, continuous.
And close the door.
A continuous fart battle with my sons.
Yeah.
The play here as a dad is to grab my pipe and just go outside.
1,000,000,000%. Close the door. Close the window.
I go outside and load my bowl, and my wife, the disappointment in her voice when that wave crawled across the hall.
No.
Crawled across the hall into our room. I've never been embarrassed about anything in front of my wife ever.
Oh my God!
I think this one got me a little bit.
It did. She looked at you differently.
I came in, the attic fans on, every window in the house is open.
You destroyed.
I broke our house.
Oh no, Bud. Bud, what? It's funny that you would say that. It was Craig. It was not Trevor. Dude, well, I got to tell you, I'm sleeping the other.
Well, that's the damn sweetest thing ever, Jameson. Before we lose that, my son hugged a fart out of his grandma this week. And I let one go to cover for her.
And lit the room up. Oh, that's so nice. I like that guy. Do you know him?
Insofar as that he's a part of our group, I didn't even. I just let that go out because I don't.
Oh, that's
want,
good.
I don't want it.
That's good. You just sat there. No, I was sleeping the other morning. You know, I've been trying to get up earlier. It's been a struggle because I like to sleep. I'm a night owl. I'm a night guy. I like to sleep at the night, in the morning time.
You know, we were on our little sesh call last night, and I was thinking about, what was it, about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we got to get to bed.
We guys got to go.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
Our sesh call was fun, though.
It was fun.
So I'm just laying in bed, and I sleep, in a little boxer briefs.
Me too.
Little bikini brief, little boxer briefs.
I got a nice Euro trunk.
Sure. Yes. I'm sleeping there, and I start to kind of, and I'm trying, it's hard to fall asleep. And I'm telling Jen, I'm like, oh, it's hard, it's kind of hard to fall asleep.
It's kind of hard out here for a pimp.
It's difficult. It's difficult. So I'm laying there, I'm wrestling, I'm going back and forth. I like to sleep on my side, but with my neck and back, I got to sleep on my back, right? So I'm like, looking up, I got to sleep. Neck, I got 2 pillows under there, 3 pillows under there, finally 1 pillow under there. I'm starting to get kind of in the zone. And then I get like a sense, like when someone's watching you, someone's like, you kind of, even when you're asleep, you kind of know when someone is watching you, staring at you.
Sure.
So I kind of get that feel.
Some call it your 6th, maybe even your 7th sense.
I get into, I love the sleep zone where you're half awake, half asleep. I love the float tank, theta wave state. So I'm sitting there and I feel heat, right? Like I wake up, I open my eyes, and all I see are Jenny's ass cheeks just right over my face, right? Her butthole right on my nose. And she just lets one rip, bud. Just the greasiest. You never heard a sound come out of a woman like this before, man. A dainty little beautiful woman, yet she makes
farts like a Clydesdale.
A heat wave takes over my face, like a reverse nuke. Like, nukes, if you took it back in reverse motion, that's what it looked like. It was like, and spread out over my. And she goes, "That ought to help you sleep." That ought to help you sleep. I got pink eye.
Yeah, you okay?
Did this really happen? Jenny, no, it was you. Did this really happen? You don't know? What? You are a liar. Did this really happen? Did she?
She sleep
Did
farting.
she?
She
did. I knew it. I thought it was a joke. Oh my God, Jenny. What the hell? Oh, now he's 100% lying.
Sure.
Did this, but what is up with this? Did this really happen? Did she mean to say this didn't really happen?
I think so, maybe.
Because that's a weird.
Did this really happen?
Did this?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past.
LOL, no freaking way.
You ever taken Ambien?
No, I've always wanted to, though.
Dude, it is by far.
Jenny never did that. I'm kidding. If she put her butt over my face, I'd just gobble it up.
Duh.
I love you.
I had one experience with Ambien.
And you ordered a bunch of...
Should I tell it?
Sure.
I'll just give a cliff notes. I had to travel. This was also in the throes of... I was every now and then dabbling with some amphetamines. Unbeknownst to anyone
Little
around
dabble,
me.
do ya?
Or so I thought, right?
Yeah.
I was hiding my use. And
you okay, man?
So me and my my skin's really dry. I need some lotion. So I'm going on vacation. Not going on vacation. I'm going on a business trip to Philadelphia to go buy some limousines.
It's not vacation.
It's not really. I mean, vacation-y.
Yeah.
Going to Philadelphia, and so I know I'm gonna be.
Hey, Philly, cheesesteak, hey, buddy, over here.
It is one of my favorite little towns, man. I love it. So we're staying at living in Springfield at the time. We're gonna fly out of St. Louis. We're staying at the Renaissance out by the St. Louis airport.
Yeah.
Nice digs.
Great digs.
Great digs.
Great dig. Cool digs.
I am. I told myself I wasn't gonna clear my throat in the mic stick because we've been doing that a lot.
Try and make that a little better. I'm sorry.
We've been doing that? I do this.
Anyway.
Okay, well, I'll check my blind side.
I'm checking my blind side, bud, because I've been getting it. Anyway, I'm at this. I can't get to sleep, bud. I can't get to sleep. My boss is like, bud, we got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah, go to
I'll
bed.
tell you what helps me sleep. These Ambien. Okay, cool. Let's do it. I wake up the next day to text messages from my now wife. She's like, "Did you or actually not the next day. This is kind of down. This is down the road a little bit." But I wake up. I've got an email receipt, hundreds of dollars on. It was like I just went into a sex shop and threw in my American Express. Give me one of everything. And there was such a wide smattering of adult pleasure items, dillies, lotions, edibles, outfits.
Keep going.
DVDs, lubes. Flavorings. Vibes, dillies.
We had been on 2 dates.
Sent her a crate of just...
You sent it?
To her house. Of the most deviant...
I know the
perversions.
story. I forgot you sent it to
the
her.
most deviant perversions. Well, here's the deal. I actually didn't realize that I sent it to her when I just saw the receipt.
6 large boxes showed up at the house, is what the text line says.
Deviance. So Ambien is a hell of a drug. I've never been...
Did you remember anything?
No. I've never been blackout drunk before. I had one experience with a benzodiazepine that made me kind of erased my memory for a short period for that evening, right? And I was like, I don't want to do that. That's not fun. I don't want to forget everything, you know?
Yeah.
And I also had people I loved around me that was like, you know, we had this conversation yesterday and the day before.
That. Hate that.
We've had this talk.
Yeah,
you know,
that
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
This was the only time where I really had acted outside of my age, my mind. Like not only did I just do something seemingly innocuous, I ordered something, I typed in addresses. I had to have, unless they had a thing that was just like the
Ambien button,
just the total deviant crate, and it's just a shipping container. You just press the button and then charges your card for a couple $100. And
yeah, how did you know her address?
Because I was going.
Oh, just outside of her house. I mean,
at that point,
walked her home
driving,
one time.
I was driving from Springfield to her place quite a bit, so plugging it into the maps or whatever, I just remember.
Accidentally sent it to the neighbor.
Yeah,
one house off.
Yeah.
One house.
Whoops.
That's hilarious, dude. There's actually a defense that is the Ambien defense. So if you do something outrageous while on Ambien, kill somebody, it's a defense in a court of law.
Yes,
the
Ambien,
the
Ambien
pharmaceutical
defense.
companies have fought for that to be a defense.
The
of
Ambien
pill.
Walrus cartoons were just crazy. Like when you hear people's stories on Ambien, there are outrageous things that have taken place.
It gets sexy too, I feel, a lot of the time. Like these girls would take it in college and they're like, oh, I always end up getting topless and cleaning my house. I'm like, what? When are you taking it? When do you take that? But I remember being a kid, and I'm sure you do too.
Plugs, GIMP masks. I was trying to keep going that. Yes, I do remember.
When I was a kid, I loved going in the top of closets,
wherever you could fit
junk drawers, just to go
See
through
what you
old
could-
stuff.
yeah.
We had a closet downstairs. We had an
What kind of
other
treasures
side
in
of the
there?
basement. Yeah, what do the parents got? What kind of stuff can I
Stashed away.
repurpose that they might not need it or are using anymore? So we were rummaging through the house, me and my stepbrother, and we just so happened to, we're checking this is probably 7th grade. Our parents have been together for a year or so. It's a different deal. So we're both experiencing new things. We're like, hey man, you want to snoop around the house? Okay. Go into the closet. Nothing really there. Go into the bedroom. We'll see what's in their closet. Okay, go up in there. Just see whatever they got. I don't even know.
Dangerous gambit there.
Like,
bud.
you know what? Dan's like, oh, I think my dad has some like change in his top drawer. Maybe we can gank some. You know, he was that kid. He's like, oh, let's steal my dad's change and stuff. Yeah, Dan. Shame on you. Even though the candy we got with it, I ate up. So
Yeah,
I'm there
shame
too.
on you too.
We go into this top drawer, bud, and I remember Dan finds a little plastic missile-like thing with a little spinny bottom on the bottom, and
what is that?
Didn't know really what it was.
How old?
6th or 7th grade.
Okay.
So it's probably 7th or 8th because we had just moved into Fenton.
Little twist on dilly.
Little dilly that, you know, it's just the standard one. It's plastic,
standard
and then
vibrator,
that
got a
thing
little
is
curve on the end.
No, it's
it's
totally
a straight,
missile.
It's a straight missile.
Straight on missile.
Okay.
And it's only about this big.
Okay.
It's only about this. It's probably about 4 inches tall.
Sure.
The bottom is just a
little pocket rocket.
This, you know, turn it to the right.
Yep.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty. You get it.
I got it.
So we're thinking, this is okay. I think what this is crazy. What is okay? Because I remember they had a Kama Sutra book that was like whack off material back then.
A book of erotic massage.
So okay, cool. Yeah, I flipped through some of the pages. You know, educate yourself a little bit.
Absolutely.
Then we start digging a little deeper in that top drawer and find another one. There's like a purple one, same but bigger. There's one that actually looks like a penis in there that's rubbery and
got a little flop to it.
Yeah, now there's a big one. There's a big one of those missile ones in there. Okay, now this one's it was like a magician's hat, the top drawer. It was like the reverse of Pee-wee's bicycle chain. Okay, it was Pee-wee's bicycle chain. We were pulling dillies out like Pee-wee pulling his chain out of his bicycle when he gets it stolen.
You've gathered what is going on here.
We know exact. By the time we found that third one, that looked like a grown man's erection, we knew Randy was into some weird stuff, dude. Because not my mom.
Not
my mom.
No,
that's not my mom's.
That couldn't possibly be a reason why.
This is in your dad's top drawer. This is your dad's stuff. Your dad's putting this stuff in his butt, bro. That's what's going on here. My mom has no idea. Should I tell my mom? She deserves to know that Randy's doing these devil
having
things.
a relation with himself
I'm still
and
in
with
Catholic
robots
school.
and not her.
I'm still at St. Andrews. I'm just a gentle little man.
Yes.
Gentle little boy.
You have sex with your wife and your wife alone.
Thank you, sir.
Your seat is for her.
Thank you, sir.
And for making more of me.
Not me. He's not mine. I'm bio dad. He's my bio dad.
Right.
Even though I always wanted him to be. Just show me love, Randy. Just show me love. So a couple weeks go by, and Danny and Randy had a tenuous relationship.
Okay.
So then they're arguing about something. I told you that Dan, one time when his dad came down, he had printed that sign that said, "I hate my dad," on old printer computer paper.
Like, are you talking about like the perforated
edges.
with the holes?
That you had to wait a day where
the holes on the side.
And you could do it banner.
How much did he cost you folks in ink?
$140. Those big block black letters. I hate my dad. And I was
Solid
awake.
black letters?
Solid black. As far as his wall. As far as his wall, probably a letter on each piece of paper. Unbelievable. And he didn't really even know how to use computers. He did that.
He cocked it away.
He did that. So later, Randy's giving him the business. And he's like, "Oh, yeah? Well, at least I don't have a bunch of dildos in my top drawer." I'm like, "Oh, shoot." So I think, yeah, man, isn't that crazy? Randy, you just got called out, bro. How's the butt? How's your butt now?
How's your butt now, bud?
And I see my mom immediately go into sweat mode, like, is it hot in here? We got those from a party. We got them from a party. We went to a party where they did stuff like that. They sold them and they gave people some. We went to a party and I'm like, why is my mom sweating so hard? She's got nothing to do with this. Then it all starts playing out in my head. Next thing you know, I'm having weird dreams like the one I discussed yesterday. Oh, yeah, so I remember.
Is your native hip moment of clarity?
we got it from a party, and I remember almost going,
yeah,
what kind of party? Yeah, what kind of party?
And you really should bring your own. It's uncouth to use everybody else's toy. Bring something to the party.
What? Well, they obviously did.
Sure.
They brought a
hefty bag.
You're kind of your deal. They had 6 boxes show up.
Listen, we do not, when it comes to like
I would have believed the ambient
my kids
story.
right now. First off, our kids know that their parents are in love.
Oh.
I hope that you love. I hope if I teach you anything, it's how well you're capable of loving a woman. I hope that's what I teach.
You come in here,
or whomever you choose. Not, it's my heteronormative nonsense.
Again,
I can't help it. I can only speak
you
my
just better
subjective.
love a girl.
I can only speak my subjective truth.
Adam
man.
and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
I like loving my woman, man. Listen, my kids go in my
Except
room.
for in Jessica's dream.
In that case, I think Missy missed that. Babe, Jessica's having sex dreams about me and other dudes. And I think that it's a little too close to home.
That was good. That was good.
So, yeah, my kids go in our nightstand. I can't afford your therapy.
Yeah, you're going to get that shit when you get out of the house. Ivan or Oliver, I forget, and Jenny can maybe help me out with this one, did come out with like the silver egg thing that's attached to the device that Jen and I have. It's like got a wire, and it's like a little thing, and it,
yeah.
And Ivan comes out and he's like, "Look at that! It's like a thing!" And it's going on the ground like one of those T-Rexes that you kind of follow behind. Like, look at this! This is great. And me and Jenny are like, "Ah! Don't touch that! Don't touch that! You got to clean those things up anyway." What do you think about the new background?
I love it.
You like it?
I love it. We do a show in the morning.
It's the morning,
and I like to tell people,
it's the morning, Jack.
You know what?
I want to move to Montana, dude.
You know what I'm excited about today? I'm excited about that wrestling promo those boys are going to shoot in here today.
Oh, we should have played that.
Which one?
Theirs.
Big V's.
Can we?
Yeah, I'll grab it. I'll grab it at the break.
And we can do it at the desktop.
I'll grab it at the break.
I'll grab it at the break. Grab it at the break. Grab it at the break.
Jenny says he walked out and was like, Mom, look at this. I wanted to die.
That's the war drum, man. Fires me up.
Gets me excited.
I'm gonna move to Montana. I really
Big sky
understand.
country?
I don't know. I was looking up average temps there. I need to research the average temp, but I want to go live off the land somewhere, bud. I'm into it. And this kind of reminds me of Montana. I've known a couple people who have gone to Montana recently. Unbelievable.
Which you told me a little bit about it. I didn't know that they were meeting Makate while they were out there.
Oh, yeah.
And because I thought he was like in Utah at the moment. I didn't know where he was at.
He's all over, man.
I know.
He's all
I
over.
love that man. I've only met him once, I believe.
Great. He's so great.
Maybe twice? I think once.
Yeah.
Hit it off right away.
Oh, yeah.
Dig the Mad Hallelujah Tribe. I just dig him. I dig what he do, you know? Reminds me a lot of my buddy Luke. Cut from the same cloth. Medicine men.
Yep.
Guys that understand that medicine is music.
Yeah.
Medicine is living life to the fullest.
Ineffable
medicine. Medicine is adventure, you know? And I want that dude to start calling in and giving us the Makate report.
Oh, yeah. We're doing that. We're going to do that.
We're going to do
He's
it.
going to send us a picture, much like the one right here. And he took himself, man. And then we're going to have him explain a little bit about the picture, what it means to him. He's got a real neat grasp of life. He's kind of had he's been exposed to some of the world's largest wonders. They were talking on Rogan about how if you live near the ocean, you kind of get a sense that you're nothing, you're insignificant. The ocean's so huge and powerful that sometimes
you come from it.
It's not proven. That's not proven.
You come from the ocean.
In the ocean?
Sperm whales, you fucking clown idiot. Hey, do you have a game?
I look at ranches for sale that are over 1,000 acres. It is my porn.
No doubt.
Yeah, I got a game. I can move over to the game table. You want to move over to the game
table?
Well,
hang on. Let's. How are we looking here?
We got time to play this game.
We got time to play this game.
Yeah.
What's the game?
The game is Craig's going to play trivia against Alan, the artificial intelligence machine. We're going to try it the first time today. We'll see how it goes. I guess we're going to have to turn desktop audio on because I'm going to be playing. Alan's going to be speaking through our the supercomputer we have over here.
That's not going to be a problem.
Alan is probably, I would say, still the number one artificial intelligence, augmented reality, dream catching, sequencing machine. That's what everyone has been calling it.
Yes, and we've had our team constantly working on the algorithm to kind of just get the bugs out. Get the bugs out a little bit, right?
A little bit.
He's computing and calculating at a tremendous level.
Go ahead and hit you with close Craig.
He's computing at a good level. He's got a little glitch. He talks about
yeah, we're working on that.
He talks about things that maybe are a bit
crass,
if you will.
Yeah,
a little crass.
Okay,
but we're working on that. Outside of that, we got a question for him. He's got an answer for us. And so I do feel pretty good. My wife says, "Ooh, nobody beats Craig in trivia. He knows the most useless shit." So he shouldn't actually say that, but I feel pretty good. I mean, as long as you didn't just totally hang me out to
No, you'll be able to get these. These are really simple questions.
Okay.
You should be able to get these. We're working out some glitches.
Okay. Should we keep it me? Want to be close up? What do you want me to do here?
Yeah, I think close up's good.
Okay.
Unless you want to do.
This is fine.
I like you in the church.
Okay.
We can maybe make you smaller. Should we do that? I can't. Why can't I click on you?
Lock the other one, bud.
Oh, it's locked. You locked it?
I did not.
You're good. I'm gonna make you like your.
Alrighty then.
All right, let's do this thing. It's Craig versus the artificial intelligence machine. Now I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna give you first dibs because Alan obviously has the ability to compute these a little bit faster than the human brain. So Craig, I am going to give you first dibs on answering the question. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds, okay? 3 seconds, and then Alan's gonna go ahead and take over. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The first question for Craig versus Alan is, how big is the Pacific Ocean?
I'm gonna say like 2.8.
Alan is ready.
Billion gallons.
You're going to go in gallons? Okay. Let's hear what Alan has to say.
The Pacific Ocean is 63.8 million square miles. That is 22.7 million square miles more than the Atlantic Ocean. That is 1,400,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 liters. It would take one average male human 42 trillion years and 17 minutes to fill the Pacific Ocean with jizz. Or if it was Peter North, it would take 11 months. That guy shot ropes, man oh man, me oh my. He was the Jordan of jizz, baby. Would you like to know more?
No,
moron.
Alan,
Afonso the First.
Oh, Alan.
Yeah.
Listen. I didn't know what the measurement would be.
He went off. He went off.
Gallons. I can't. Peter North shoots ropes.
And he went liters. He went liters, and he gave you.
Do the metric system, bud.
He gave you liters, and he gave you square miles.
Yeah, he won.
He gave you square miles. So, well, round one to Alan. Now we're going to get something a little bit more into Craig's zone. Everybody knows Craig is Portuguese. Yes. Right? He's very proud of that. Let's see if I can go. I'll go to cockpit.
Yeah, you can. Sure you can.
Craig, you know, he's Portuguese. Everyone knows it. And this question, I came up with the questions.
Okay.
Alan's just answering them. Craig's just answering them. So, Craig, let's see. Wait, can you take it back to yourself? There you are.
Sure.
Gotcha. All right. Second question for Craig versus the AI machine. Let's do this thing.
Admittedly, not as good with my Portuguese history as I should.
Okay. Well, who was the first king of Portugal? 3, 2.
Afonso the First, also called Afonso Henriques, by name Afonso the Conqueror, Portuguese Afonso o Conquistador, the first king of Portugal, 1139-1185, who conquered Santarém and Lisbon from the Muslims, 1147, and secured Portuguese independence from Leon, 1139. Craig, I can't believe you didn't know that. You talk about Portugal all the time, man. Are you even Portuguese? I don't even think you are Portuguese, man. I bet you wouldn't know Portuguese jizz if it blasted you in the back of your uvula. Next question, you fart smeller.
You fart smeller?
Now he's talking some trash.
And he's got a beat on what's happening in my home?
That's weird. Wow. Okay, well, this next question is sports related, so you should be really good at this. It's sports, it's Cardinals, it's good.
I was close. I had Alphonse. I was at
you were
Alphonse.
close.
I was coming
You were
out.
going to say Alfonso Ribeira.
Yeah, I was.
But it's not. It's
Not
not Carlton.
unusual.
It's not Carlton. Okay, next question. 3 seconds to nail this one. In 2001, the Cardinals had 3 starters get 30-plus starts. Who were those starters?
Matt Morris, Daryl Kyle.
Next question, Doral Kyle, rest in peace. Matt Morris. And Dustin Hermanson.
Dustin.
Craig, I thought you were a Cardinals fan. Wow, this is really embarrassing for you. Fun fact about Dustin Hermanson. He was the only player in Major League Baseball history to ever be ejected from a game for putting jizz on the ball. Those are the unwritten rules of America's game. Craig probably has never even jizzed on a baseball before. Ha, 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 what a bitch.
Jesus, Alan is out of control.
He's a little aggressive today.
He's out of control today.
First off, I need clarification that Dustin Hermanson was ejected.
I don't know.
Putting jize on a ball. For jizing on a ball.
I honestly don't know if that's real. I didn't fact check any of these. I'm just going.
We're just taking Alan at his word, and he's just taking. Yeah, Alan's got a lot of jizz facts. We know.
The Portuguese peacock, the Muslims.
More like the Portuguese titmouse.
This robot talks a lot of trash. You were close. Alan has so many jizz facts. Guys, go ahead and comment.
Alan is a wealth of jizz facts.
Go ahead and comment on the feed if you think you know some of the answers. Oh, there he is. Woo!
I love these things.
Hit him, baby. I got you now. Oh. When I sit and wonder, I take off all my clothes.
Steve needs therapy, or we could just continue to giggle at his jizz jokes for years.
It's Alan. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, and
That's
what good is therapy to an artificial intelligence that knows everything?
Doesn't make any
Maybe there's
sense.
a lesson to be learned, Steve, in the fact that knowing everything there is to know, the most important thing there is to know, are all the facts about jizz.
Thank you. All right.
We're not done?
2 questions left. 2 questions.
I had no idea.
Who was the first woman to ever climb Mount Everest? Okay, he doesn't care.
Junko Tabei was the first woman to climb Mount Everest. She is also the first woman to ascend the 7 summits, climbing the highest peak on every continent. Do you know the story of Wilma Dudley of Yorkshire? In 1893, he was the first Brit to scale Mount Jizz. Mount Jizz is the 8th highest peak in the world. It's hot and it's slippery and it's sticky.
Mount Jizz and Fillmore Dudley. Well, you get a little bit of factual
Fillmore
information.
Dudley?
Yeah, you get a little bit of information.
He was a mountaineer.
One last question.
Okay.
Greg.
I'm getting smoked here.
Yeah, it's 4-0.
And he's spiking the jizz facts in my face. He's spiking the. I've never wanted to fight a robot, besides like the algorithm at Facebook, which is ultimately garbage. But this is a robot that I wouldn't mind having a little some fisticuffs with.
You would fight a robot?
I will fight a robot.
Okay.
It's going to be our only chance. We're going to have to start a robot fighting academy.
You don't stand a chance.
It's going to be our only chance.
That's cool.
We need a robot fighting academy because somebody's got to keep a good idea. Fucking machine in check.
That's a really good
not
idea.
a bad play.
Okay. Last question.
Got it.
What is the frothy, hot, protein-filled liquid that comes out of a wiener?
Ejaculate?
The no, I'm melting. What a world.
I don't know. So it was jizz.
Okay.
Jizz was the last one.
Jizz is the I should have beat him at his own game.
It overloaded him.
I should have beat him at his own game. Oh my God, a question in my wheelhouse.
So that was that. Well, that was
fun. I had fun. Did you have fun, Steve?
I had a lot of fun.
I had a great deal of fun.
I had a blast.
Well, cool. Here's what I'm thinking, Jack.
Tell me what you're thinking,
I
Jack.
think right now, after Alan taught us about all of the jizz and then seemingly overloaded, it appears that the computer tower over there is smoking.
Junko Tabei.
Huh?
Junko Tabei.
Junko Tabei?
Yeah, she 7 summits. First woman to do all 7.
I thought you talked Thai.
Oh, I talk Thai. I talk Thai real well.
Okay.
Junko Tabei. I love
Where's
that
she from?
name. Japan.
Of course.
7 summits.
Of course.
All the 7 summits.
A coworker of mine climbed Mount Fuji, and her now husband proposed to her on the mount on the top.
Oh my God!
Really cool, really cool stuff. They're above the clouds. Pretty neat.
You're like, yeah, I love you, and then on your walk down.
Thanks for looking at me. Thanks for making me look like a total asshole.
And then you're walking on your way down, and you're like, oh my God, this ring is so beautiful. I misstep, and she's just off the side of the mountain, gone. And
so
you're like, my ring.
Apparently, it's it's an immense mountain, and there are like lodges on the way up.
Yeah.
Like there's like 5
and
or 6
riddles you
different
have to answer.
lodges. Yeah, you have to bring them shrubberies.
That's weird.
But like there's like gift shops, there's restaurants, and there's like a lodge to stay at these different points going up.
Okay.
They decide they want to do it like in a day, right, or whatever. So they're knocking this thing out. They're not stopping for anything. They're gonna get to the top. You get to the top.
Yeah.
They figure they'll get one of these places on the way down. One of these little lodges or something. They don't have to do it. They don't have to do that in a day. Just get to. I think they stay at the top that night. Wake up the next morning. Decide to descend. There are no stops on the way down.
Why?
There are no stops on the way down. I don't know why. They figured there would be. It's not the same. It's not the same way down as it is up.
Why?
Because you have traffic.
On a mountain?
Traffic, bud.
Mountain traffic?
That's how traffic works, bud.
On a mountain?
Yeah.
That's
on
weird.
a mountain like that?
That's stupid.
On a mountain like that? Where
I'd
people
do
are
it
moving?
like free solo. I'd be like, ooh, I just climb right up that thing.
I'm still just so...
What's that guy's name? Hans Zimmer? It's something like that.
He's a great composer.
I know, it's something like that.
Oh... Free solo. Don't do it. I'm gonna get this. It'll come to us.
Han.
It's not Han. He's a
Han Solo.
Alex Honnold. Guys,
Han.
with that,
I knew it was Han.
If you haven't seen Free Solo, stop fucking a boot.
My hands have never been so watery during a movie,
dude.
Ever.
I know.
Ever, dude. Ever. It was the most wild shite. It was the most wild shit. My next personal goal is a small, medium mountain.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
Man, I've climbed some pretty small mountains in comparison with the largest ones in the world, and I can't comprehend how anyone can scale some of those peaks. Well, believe it, buddy. It happens all the time.
We're not here to
believe in
convince
yourself,
you.
Dennison.
Dennison, did you even hear? Did you even hear the morning motivation, pal?
Did he?
Come on, man.
Hit him with it. Hit him with it right now. Hit him with it, because you can climb. Are you ready for your morning motivation?
You can do anything. I like that you do all of these things, like to let everybody know, but it's...
That's for me.
You're getting pumped.
Yeah.
You're getting pumped.
Duh. Doy.
Fair enough.
Doy.
Tom Sauk is teeny tiny. It's the highest point in Missouri, but it's fun. It's fun. Was the waterfall running when you went?
Don't.
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah. It was good.
Okay. Great. Guys, these are our sponsors. One of them's Dennison Collard with native hemp extract.
There he is.
You know what it does? It gives us our native hemp extracts.
Moment of clarity. Ooh, I feel clear-headed.
And this P is a great little mustache on me, and I miss my mustache. We hawk his product. We sell his product here at Sweet Leaf and Festus and Sweet Leaf and Farmington. And Sweet Leaf is making this studio possible where you and I can just flat get weird, bud. Make some stuff, dress like lions, and you're not a goat, sir. You're a lion.
I instinctively eat goats.
Variety and products soon. You don't have to swear anything to us, Dennison. What you're offering now is perfect.
Perfect.
And those beautiful eyes below us, James Carlton.
God,
James Carlton, State Farm, 314-961-4800. He is the best insurance agent that has ever lived. He's basically the Highlander of insurance agents. There can only be one James Carlton, and he is the greatest there ever is, there ever was, there ever will be.
Hey,
James
do you
Carlton.
think he's a product of CRISPR because he's so perfect?
Probably. CarltonInsurance.net.
I think so.
I would think so.
And
he's got an army of customer service specialists. His office, they run like a Swiss watch.
They told me my card was going to be expired before anyone else.
Handle it, bud.
I did.
Yeah, they said, here, handle this.
Yeah, they didn't even say it like that. They didn't say it like you.
They were very
said,
condescending.
Hey.
They said, hey, Steve,
Hey,
try and get
bud.
your shit together. We're doing everything else to hold your life together and make sure that it's insured and valued. Keep the card up to date, bud. That's how it went. It's
And I
not
was
how
like,
it
you
works.
know, James, I'm sick and tired
I'm
of you
tired of you
telling me how
talking
to
to
live
me.
my life.
I'm tired of you
Well, it's
talking
weird.
to me.
James will just call me at like 11.
I know.
And he'll be like, hey,
Hey,
man,
what are you doing?
What's going on? You up?
You up, man? I am now, James.
I am. Yes, James. He's like, do you ever think like about the rates of insurance and how, sometimes they get high and then, like sometimes they go lower and, like, doesn't the insurance rates, don't they blow your mind, man? And you're like, yes, James.
James,
it's
the insurance
11,
is wild, man.
Insurance is
Wild stuff.
It's your passion. You love it, bud. Yeah. Let me get some sleep. Well, yeah, I'm just thinking about insurance,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's the guy I want.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy I want.
He's thinking about it for me.
For sure. And now, granted, he doesn't.
He also
sleep
took me to my
often.
first Blues game.
He doesn't sleep often. Quit rubbing that in my face. He doesn't.
It was
sleep
a home
often.
opener.
So he's.
You went to the Stanley Cup and dipped out on our party. I'm rubbing in your face. All
He's
I want.
hallucinating a lot.
Yeah,
he doesn't get a lot of
barely
sleep.
lucid, but his team around him is really
so
keeping
good.
him in line.
They kind of point him in the right direction.
Seriously, if you live in Missouri, you live in Illinois, you should call 314.
If you live in Montana, because he does Montana too.
He could probably do your life insurance in Montana.
He'd do anything for you in Montana.
I don't think that's the case.
I think he would.
He might.
On a
He would
personal
probably
level.
go and get the license to do it in Montana.
He
If
would.
you were moving to Montana, he would do that to make it make sense.
Well, it's easy because Montana and Missouri, that both of their abbreviations are MO.
That's also not true. No, that's not true.
It's a fact.
No, it's MT, bud.
Well,
I found out that I'm
Mississippi, Michigan, Missouri.
I'm savant level with my state abbreviations.
It doesn't
because
take a savant.
We were doing the state game at the Spanish Society for Aubrey's deal, and what I did was I took bingo balls, okay, because we were using bingo balls, and I was marking them with all of the states, and we were going down the line. And I'll have you know, sir, 50 for 50.
What's Alabama?
AL. Okay. You want to do this because we can do it for the AK, bud.
It's not. It doesn't. My fourth grader knows.
Oh,
this,
can he?
And I don't even have one.
Can he? Put your fourth grader on the phone. We're doing state abbreviations.
He's at school right now.
Then we'll do some capitals if you want.
You know all the capitals?
I think so.
No, you don't.
There's some.
Vermont.
Montpelier.
Yeah, I love that one. I just love Montpelier.
It's a great little word.
Maine.
Portland.
Maine.
Augusta.
Yeah. Georgia.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I used to get that mixed up.
Yeah.
Because there's an Augusta there too. Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
Is it?
Yeah. Tallahassee's Florida.
Florida.
I don't know what we're doing. Let's go to break.
California.
Sacramento.
Washington.
I thought it was Olympia, but I feel like that's like one of those.
I think it's Olympia.
Well, here's the thing. I thought so too, but then I think that's one of those fucking
really
things. The
Fibonacci spiral.
No.
The
Mandela effect.
I was throwing it out
Guys,
there.
These are our sponsors. James Carlton.
Yeah, it's their
Pants,
sponsors.
Sweet Leaf,
Yes,
commercial.
yes,
See you on the other side.
yes.
We'll
This
laugh.
is what we do.
We
We love you.
Download
Jokes,
Periscope
jokey
so you
jokes.
can close it and the audio plays in the background.
We care about you.
We care about you. We care about your productivity. You can't sit here and just watch us all day.
Yeah, you can.
You can if you
You
want.
can.
You
Put
can
it
if
on
you
in the
want.
background. Listen to us. We have fun.
Lots of fun.
Ha 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 ha. Listen to how much fun we're having. Laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, the Fibonacci spiral.
Bye. Oh, desktop audio. Craig, turn the desktop. What are you? God, get your.
James Carlton. Insurance 314-961-4800.
Handsome.
Amazing.
Astonishing.
Astounding.
Fabulous.
Incredible.
Fantastical.
Phenomenal.
Prodigious.
Stupendous.
Unbelievable.
Wondrous.
Divine.
Fantastical.
No, seriously, he's fantastical.
You got a house.
Go on and get it insured.
You got a car.
You gotta get it insured.
You got a life.
Go on and get it insured. Carlton Insurance.net.
Hey, boys and girls, I'm talking about native hemp extract. That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Sweet delicious CBD. That CBD.
That CBD.
Got the CBD native hemp. That CBD.
That CBD.
You can get it from me.
I can.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
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 No. Inside of me.
Inside of me. Inside of me. Native hemp extract. 1,800 milligrams of total cannabinoid goodness from Pike County, Illinois. Get yours at HoogerSophisticate.com.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world. Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp. It's a stomp. It's a wiggle, turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet, head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
James Carlton, James Carlton, James Carlton, You gotta get your insurance, gotta get that State Farm insurance.
You think you found the best insurance agent in the game? Well, I got news for you. I did, and it's James Carlton. State Farm. CarltonInsurance.net.
961-4800.
We're back. The 9 o'clock hour is it's one where the real freaks come in, the ones that were the late nighters, the ones that were out.
At least I didn't press it up against you. I farted, and it made noise. I love when I do that. I hope the extra fart mic picked that one up.
You know, on this day, Steve, in 1949, Harvard Law School began admitting women.
Gross.
Thanks a lot, Harvard.
Good job.
Good job.
Jesus, criminally. Getting a whole nother perspective on it.
Oh, these are humans with voices too.
Ew,
sure,
gross.
let's let them interpret the law.
What if they have their periods? You know? while they're doing it.
Yeah, they will never be able to argue successfully in front of a court with a clear mind.
If that was Craig, you're about to die.
I hope you actually
Nope, it was
heard
me.
that.
Mine don't stink. Mine don't stink. Thank you to everyone here. Go ahead and share this, and I don't know. We'll give you something one day.
I just hope that you're...
No, share it.
Oh, share it. Okay, yeah. But I want you to, watch on Periscope, which we
Yeah.
learned today. Because I've been using
Periscope app.
via Twitter.
Periscope app.
And that will not work the same way when you close it in the
Periscope
background.
app.
So...
I wanted to talk about magic, and that Harirama, our comeback, always kind of brings me back home. I can listen to Heinchi Hare Krishna by Krishna Das. I keep thinking I'm going to get sick of it. He says the same thing over and over again, and I keep thinking, oh, bud, I'm going to get sick of this song. I get sick of songs really easily. It's one of my least favorite things. Well, you know me. I play a song 400 times and say, "Whose song? I don't like it anymore because it's old. I'm annoyed by it now." Why do I do that to myself? With Hare Krishna, I don't. And I'm learning that Hare Krishna is calling the divine feminine source of God, and then it's calling like all that is beautiful, and there's a whole substance to this mantra that you're trying to, I don't know enough about it, but what it seems like to me is the Hamilton Souther thing has me messed up.
My sister would love to go down this rabbit hole with you.
I would love to.
She's a Kundalini yogi,
Even if you don't believe in it, like we were saying yesterday, it really doesn't matter because that's what's happening anyway. If you sit there with intention and, you can feel people's vibrations. When there's a tense situation in a room, when someone is happy, when you feel joy, you get that as a human. You get it. Yes, you get it. So that is the base of I'm sure that probably covers it in the holographic universe. So you're talking about how it mends the magic to the quantum physics, to us just being little vibrational balls that are mostly empty. And we're just perceiving that everything is hard and solid and in a solid state of matter. It's not. Everything's moving. We're coursing through the universe at an unbelievable clip right now. But when you're calling this energy in, and we tried to do a little thing for Aubrey last night, I'm ready to throw the kitchen sink at everything I can. Let's do it. Let's do everything we can. I don't know what else to do. Let's just do that. Let's do that.
Let's do that thing.
So we listened to Hare Krishna together, and in my own head, this is what I was going through, was I am trying to create an energy ball of light, right? And I'm not necessarily, I'm giving all the power I can. I'm trying to imagine my power, my vibrational energy, and I'm building this kind of light igloo around myself. And I'm also asking, pleading with the universe to help me with this light. Help me with it. Any spirit that hears my call, help me with it right now. I need all hands on deck. I know I haven't done much work, but if you got it in your heart of hearts to come help me with this, I'm here for it. The people on our page are here for it. We're coming together to do this. So then blasting that in Aubrey's direction and almost imagining washing the insides of her body. Just as weird as that sounds, it came to me in this space of, because when you've been to the psychedelic space and you listen to mantra music, medicine music, you can sit yourself down, you can slow down, you can concentrate on breathing, and for moments, I'll go. I'll be gone. I'm gone. And then I come back to it and I'm like, whoa, that was kind of weird. Okay, so I'm not really over control of it, but it's more control than if you're on a psychedelic and you can't. Is that somebody? Hello? So when I'm trying to, I think the door is locked. So when last night I had this vision, Jenny and I are sitting there on the couch. I can feel her breath. Our breath is starting to kind of coincide. We're holding hands. We're trying to blast out this love energy, whatever this energy is. I'm like a Care Bear at this point. imagining all of us doing this at the same time, sending it. It's going over the sky. It's traveling over the map like a drone and go boom right into her. And if we can imagine, and I know this sounds insane to even me, but just washing the cancer off of the body. And
you don't have to keep qualifying things sounding crazy for other people that don't understand.
Sure.
I knew you were going to steal that sticker.
Which one?
That psychedelic support science sticker.
What, is there only one?
Yeah, that's okay.
You know, it's been on this thing for...
Oh, that's not... Maybe we got two of them. Cool. Nice. I thought
I'm not going to high-five you after you accuse me.
I think you stole it. If it's not in that red folder, then you stole it.
I have never... Go get the red folder.
No, I believe you.
Because this has been on here for a long time.
I do. I want to... Dare him. Let me pump you back up.
How dare him?
You don't have to qualify what sounds like it is insane for people that don't understand things that you do understand, right? Like that's the idea behind.
I don't know,
psychedelic
Ricky,
experience.
and you don't sound condescending. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying is like that's light work. That's what healing. That's what distance healing looks like. That's what Miss said while you were saying it. Like,
does it work?
Careful calling on your own power. Call on God's power because it's infinite.
Yeah,
call on the infinite.
She was telling. That's what.
Even though you're a part of the infinite, don't pour out all of your cup because you need that to continue channeling this infinite, abundant energy, healing, love. But you don't have to apologize. Not even apologize for that. You don't have to qualify it. Sometimes we apologize for it too, and that's something that. Talking about coming out of a psychedelic experience and having an awakening or something like that. And you're like, I know I sound crazy, man.
Yeah.
I know I sound crazy, but I just experienced my most sincere truth.
Yeah.
And I know that makes me sound crazy to you because I can't show you what I'm talking about, but it's real. It's real to me. It's real enough that it's changed me. Right. I've heard very good, well-respected, world-renowned healers, light workers, say almost what you said verbatim, and I can tell that you're riffing. I'm
riffing, yeah.
You're building your space. Like that's also.
It came from Hamilton Souther though a little bit too.
It's fine. That's fine. But then you're also creating this. Like you then took that and then you envision how that mechanism works.
Yeah.
We might all envision it just a little bit differently. The igloo that you are. Painting might look totally different than mine. They're trying to accomplish the same goal, right? Like how you build that is really not. It's not important whether it's an igloo or a Fisher Price. Whatever the thing is that you imagine that is this ultimate power of love that we're channeling towards somebody. That's not something that needs to be apologized for, and that's one of the things, or not even qualified for other people, because. Eventually, it's only going to take one of those moments, one of those experiences, that's going to help them understand you. You saying, I know this doesn't make sense to you, isn't going to help them understand you. It's actually going to embolden them in that, right? It's an impossible thing to imagine until you do, and then it's impossible to imagine that that thing isn't... what isn't real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once you've made it real, it's as real as anything else is out there.
And I think about what if say you're just a regular old Joe Schmo, you don't really believe in that kind of stuff. You get introduced to it. It's almost like there's a book there is a book called The Gospel of According to Biff.
My brother has it. He's going to let me borrow it.
Oh,
because you
so
told me
good.
about it. Yeah.
So good. And it goes through where Jesus, it's his lost years, and it's him as a teenager trying to figure it out. And he goes and visits like three wise men. The three wise men were like a Buddhist monk, Hindu person, a Hindu priest or something, and then Swami, and then like a shaman. So he has to go to get to know the wise men.
Tribal healers, wise men.
So cool. That makes so much more sense. So I wonder if there are light workers out there who are built for it. It's like when you see a kid.
Oh no, there's
6'4",
100%.
6'4",
and he's got
220,
wheels.
and he's faster than lightning. He's like, I don't really want to play sports. It's like, Bud,
Yeah, no,
Bud, you could play all the sports,
you
buddy.
could provide a life for everyone around.
Yes,
you
I
could
mean,
make all the change in the
it's
world.
like, well, I'm
with your
not
physical gift.
really that into it or whatever.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if you owe it to the world. I think you owe it to yourself to get out of some of your comfort zones, and it's definitely out of a comfort zone for me to, because I was so, I guess, burned by Catholicism because I was so bought in, and then I went exactly the opposite direction. Like, it's all bullshit. Every religion, yeah, Bill Maher's got it figured out. All religion is stupid.
Yeah.
And then after a couple of years of that, where like sadness was increasing in my life for, I don't know what
And maybe
reason.
it wasn't religion.
No, maybe
at that
it wasn't.
Point, you hadn't separated religion from spirituality either.
No.
It's all
It was
one
the
big
same
thing.
deal to
Right.
me. So then I started to learn, oh, wait, you can still like believe and have some of the good things, you know, like the good things that religion brings. Take that. That's cool, man. You
Right.
can leave out all that other stuff and kind of, you're an adult.
Right.
To believe what you want to believe, bud. No one's telling you now. I always think if like there's someone out there, maybe we inspire them and they imagine themselves in a thatch hut of light and glory. And they, in their vision, Aubrey walks in and she's got beautiful strawberry blonde hair and they hug them in this dream space. And then Aubrey starts feeling better. I don't know. Like, and everybody else can try it. And maybe it doesn't do much. But when this person goes into the space,
yeah, they know how to manipulate the room.
it's different and it's
They know how to work
natural.
the room.
And it's, yes, it just comes. I just want to inspire more of that. There's nothing that can really, there's bad that can come from everything. Someone could choose the dark side after you teach them all the tricks,
Well, you can
whatever,
also,
okay.
You could also leave yourself open to other people potentially trying to do nefarious
Own
things.
your souls and stuff. Like,
So, yeah,
interesting.
there are people, dude, it was funny. In my early 20s, I worked for someone who was obscenely rich, like, you know, true one percenter. And he came from a family that he came from Africa. They had a very on a governmental level, it was kind of a volley between Christian tribes and Muslim tribes every election season. But like all of them believe in mermaids. Not only do they believe, he looked at me like I was an absolute ass for not believing in mermaids. And you know what? Now after a little bit of experience, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck do I know about?
Yeah, our skin is gonna
mermaids and-
really make
Dude,
people believe it.
Totally. We're gonna sell them on. That's what happened. They saw a little green screen skit about mermen.
I love you, Jenny. Doctor.
The
Doctor
idea
from
there
Lhasa.
are people that live existences and realities that I don't have enough firsthand experience to refute. You know, I can pretty well call out a bullshitter. You know, but there are some people so convinced of some things that are in every other way not crazy, completely lucid.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely intelligent. You know, Miss said check out Dr. Greg Braden, and that is a great play for you, like as far as what you're learning now. Also, you're talking about like the physics tying in, and I was going to get you a copy of the Holographic Universe. Nassim Haramein is...
I love
Nassim
that
Haramein
dude.
is a great follow, and like
His version of how the universe works with the Taurus.
Yeah.
How it's two cyclones on
Yeah.
top of each other. And that I was like, you're blowing my mind.
He gets
bud.
out there. I'm a big Nassim.
Oh,
Haramein fan.
he's
pretty
great.
fun.
But
Greg Braden
Makate got me onto him.
Greg Braden is in the same vein as far as working within your consciousness. And to tie into that a little bit, because we talk about cannabis and psychedelics here, and you know, cannabis is not it certainly helps with plenty of the maybe mental stresses and ailments that people deal with. I personally think of it, because of the way it affects me, as more of a physical medicine, because
Sure.
you know, for me, and it can be completely psychedelic, you know, on high doses of edibles. Like I said, it's one of those things that's, I've had some of the most psychedelic experiences off of high dose edibles. And that's having gone through a pretty good gamut of psychedelics. you know. But with that said, I have had an experience on psilocybin with a friend who has diabetes, and their diabetes is making them gradually lose their vision. And in an experience one time, I saw a path to healing their eyes. Like I saw a path, and I saw like it was going to take more than me. It was going to take more than me to do it, you know. But like I in this space, and I was deep in some Icaros, on a pretty healthy dose.
Do you ever worry about what the Icaros is saying?
I mean, a lot of them, I've looked up, and like a lot. Because
I listened to
medicine in a lot. I mean, there's so many. I've got a songbook. I've got an Icaros songbook. It's got like 1,000 of them, and it's got the Spanish version and the English version.
Because I listened to binaural beats for a while, and then for every morning I was like, dude, I love this. And then I listened to one, and the morning I woke up and I was like, my name is Steve. I can't get the words out of my head.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I wonder if some people are messing around with Icaros because they say every song is. Your spell book is your song book.
And that's what Mr. is saying.
So how do I not know I'm listening to one that's like, the devil is the man. Yeah. The devil is in your penis now, bro. You know? That's where you want that devil dick.
No doubt.
You want that
God is in the song,
dick,
but the devil's in my feet. So
Hurry up,
I saw this. I saw this. Yeah, that's a thing. Like we're like, whoa, what does he say? It's like and the shaman's kind of laughing, like coaxing Mother Ayahuasca, and I'm like, we ain't got all night. Come on.
That's awesome.
You know, which I guess you might feel comfortable doing that after thousands of ceremonies or something. I'm certainly not comfortable.
Man, before I die, I have to learn one.
Let's do it.
Song of the plant.
I've got just one that's actually called to you.
Yes, just one that I
have a songbook. I have a songbook with chords.
You do. Oh, what?
Yeah, yes.
I have a songbook.
I have an Icaro songbook.
What?
That we can jam on, dude. We can learn them. We can learn the English version, Spanish version.
Shut your mouth.
100,000,000%. But also, you need to probably, dine with the plant long enough that the plant teaches you a song too. That would be pretty cool.
That would be really neat.
That would be pretty cool.
I go outside and I'm like, there's a tree and that looks like a shrub.
How about that?
Okay.
James Alexander Hilbeck. I met Jack Herrera after he had his stroke, and he said he couldn't communicate verbally, understandably, without dosing psilocybin. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that the way that psilocybin
it improved his ability to
draws
form
your
words.
Connects your neural network. I absolutely
fixed what's his face's stutter, Stamets stutter.
I buy.
He went to a tree.
I'm big on Terrence McKenna. Like for a lot of the ideas that Terrence had, like it's crazy. I think that's how we develop language. I think psilocybin is how.
Stoned ape
I think
there.
it was. I absolutely think it was the in our cognitive function. It was the great catalyst that helped us through.
Well, why haven't like jaguars and reindeer and why haven't they catapulted?
You don't know you don't know where they're at in their stage.
I know they're not building stuff like we build. Sir.
They don't have the same kind of brain as a primate.
Is that what the difference is?
Maybe.
It could be.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Could be. I'm just saying that I like that
also,
theory.
they also live like there's something to also be said about how, they live. Most things in nature live their perfect existence. Like they don't toil over the emotional. They get up, they hunt, they live for the hunt, and every now and then, they chew on some bark and realize that they're a part of this cosmic goo too.
I like the idea of spores, some sort of asteroid with spores that had the mushrooms, that it's all part of the same gambit that the animals eat different mushrooms, and then we're kind of an alien hybrid.
Psilocybin is alien as it gets, man.
Because mushrooms are so weird. The biggest organism on Earth is the mushroom.
Yeah. It covers the complete Pacific Northwest, pretty much. Yeah, it's one giant mycelial network. Yeah,
mycelial medium. Crows, birds use tools. They use sticks.
That's true.
Oh, I've seen.
I watched a
crows
really
drop
cool
them on
crow
the
documentary.
road. Drop them on the road. They would take
Crows are
nuts,
great.
drop them on the road, wait till the lights
Crow.
changed. Jon Snow, you crow. I love the wildlings. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that who you'd roll with?
Oh my.
It's colder than a witch's titty up there.
I'd be wearing skins, man.
That's what they do.
I'd be wearing all sorts of skins and just my little.
I
tip
think
of my
actually,
pecker out.
so
they'd be
just
like
barely.
So they'd be
poking
like, "Is that? Oh,
you're not gonna
what?
get any ginger minge with that thing."
Ginger minge. I said that the other day in the house, and Oliver goes, "Did you just say ginger minge?" Like he just thought it was a funny name. He didn't understand. I was like, "No, I said ginger minge." Shit, I had nothing.
I saw this in this journey, and this was a group of people that I journeyed with a few times before.
Jon Snow, you little crow. Jon Snow. Fantastical.
I saw this thing where in my vision, like I could see these electronic signals in her nervous system and like connecting to her eyes, right?
Yeah.
And there was one spot.
Your eyes are your brain.
Yeah, there was one spot in that connection that just it wasn't firing on both sides. I could see it. I could see it bigger than anything.
What?
Like I could see, instead of seeing her, I saw the electrical circuit that was like her nervous system / brain.
Damn.
And I could see where her eyes were losing function. And in that moment, I could not explain to everyone. I was dumping everything I had into like those spots. Clearly, if I can light it up, maybe I can shock it or something, you know? But like when we got out of this, didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
She opens her eyes and you're this close to the side of her face. Like, hey, can you give me some personal room, Craig? No, I see how your head works. Okay, bud.
Yeah.
Okay, bud. Appreciate
I'd love to
you.
give you some space, but I'm working here.
You want to see or not?
She said we could clearly understand you. She was there. Missy was there. But anyway, I could see it. And I felt like if it was something that we actively worked towards. In that moment, Craig.
Who knows?
Craig was not thinking. Like something was telling me, no, you dumb dick. You can see it. Fix it. You can fix it. Just fix it. Just fix it while you're in there, you know? And I was trying to put that out there to our friends. And like, honestly, like, I still think that we can do it. I still, I don't know if it slowed. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where she's at with that, but like, why is it that, what is it that tells me that I can do that? You know, is it just hope? Is it trust in myself? Is it what is it? Because it doesn't feel like this Craig.
Faith?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like this Craig's faith. It doesn't feel like this Craig's belief. It feels like
cosmic,
my true my true self's belief, my eternal self's belief and knowing. It doesn't feel like me, this ego. It doesn't feel like my ego accepting this magic, because that's all that's not accepting it, right? It's not. It's ego.
I guess. Yeah.
It's what I think the world is.
Yeah.
It's what my perspective of the world is that is telling me that that's not possible. But my true self. Oh, my true self knew that it was as real as anything else. We make up this thing that just keeps infinitely up and infinitely down. You don't think that we can just fix a circuit, bud?
And why, when we can't see it, but there's vibrational energy all around everything we have. So why is it so crazy to think that you couldn't get close enough to manipulate that energy like a scalpel? Like in comic book movies when they go... Dr. Manhattan can move through matter and
squeezing the heart back.
Yes, and they can do it by energy. It's something worth believing in, I feel like. It feels kind of good to believe in it. And you can get scorned, I guess, when religion doesn't work for you.
Well, when it doesn't work to your plan, because there is the jury's out on whether it works for you. The jury's out on that.
Totally.
You have an idea of what you need it to do
right now.
You have an idea of how you're going to bend this reality, and until you realize that you're only a part of this equation, right? You are only a part of this equation. You don't get to affect the entire outcome. You get to influence the outcome, but you don't get to affect it entirely. And until you give up that kind of control, you're never going to be enough to channel what infinite love looks like, what the power of the universe looks like, what the power of the eternal looks like. You can't do that if you got this gate that is built by your ego. That's the ego death shit. Like, it's the ego dissolution thing. It's so overplayed with psychedelics, but it's reality because a lot of them turn that part off just for a minute.
Yeah.
Now people come back, and sometimes the ego swings back harder. The pendulum swings harder, and they're like, "Ha! Figured it out. I know it all.
Oh yeah,
I know it. I know it all." And your experience was different than mine, but mine was true. Yeah. That happens all the time. It doesn't not just with psychedelics, with anything. But in that moment, when psychedelics turn it off, we get to feel as powerful as we can possibly feel, or as small. I mean, the power is great. It's just what you're allowing in. If you're lucky enough that your ego turns off for just a second, for you to have a complete disillusion of self, and you are just a part of the ether, the vibrating matter that
feels
makes
good.
Up this whole. It's a good.
That's a good.
It's
feel.
a good. It's a 1,000-year sleep.
Yeah.
It's a. I've had it in 6 minutes.
Yep.
I've had that thing happen to me where I experienced 2 eternities in 6 minutes time. Pretty scary at first.
Yeah.
When you come back, you're like, oh, everything that I know and love has got to be gone. I've been gone for 1,000,000 years. And then when you realize that 1,000,000 years is happening right now in this second.
Okay, there's
a different way to move about.
For sure. Okay, moving about the multiverse. If we believe that there's a multiverse, if you believe, subscribe to that.
I do.
And I love there's a We Are From the Future video where it talks about how light reaches the part of the plant it needs to grow, and it'll send out 1,000,000 options, and only one of those. He said it's equivalent to having a bunch of people run through the forest blindfolded, and one of them might make it at the end, and that's life.
Mm-hmm.
That is the miracle of life. When you take all of like this, when you go into the space and you have this branching off from your synapses and you start to feel everything, the magic that you even exist in this moment is enough to say, oh yeah, I can believe in that. And I don't know if it's my ego or if I'm not just well-versed enough in it. I think the more I learn about stuff, but I'm always learning about stuff. And then, like you were saying with the trips, you're like, oh, I got an ego. I killed it. Now I know everything. Now that's life.
Which is the biggest ego trap in the world.
Catching you. It keeps taking you back and forth. And I wonder, to bring it back to wilderness, if you took somebody out there who really knew how to breathe and contain their energy and meditate when they're out there on the island starving, because you're getting back to all the basic stuff. Like you're getting back to basics on the show The Wilderness. And when you were talking about yourself being able to know, none of this, Craig thought, I'm a surgeon who can fix eyes right now, because that's how you do it. Your truest self knew that. I think when you go back to when you're just like looking for food and you're trying to stay warm and you have all the bullshit stripped away, I think you can get to a point where It is. You're just living magic at that point. And that's not bad.
No.
It sound, and I don't want to qualify it as it sounds crazy. In my experience growing up, I thought Catholicism was perfect. And I'm like, that's crazy. And then I'm like, well, all religions are crazy. Okay, well then spirituality. Okay, now you've taken some drugs that have really opened your mind about stuff. I mean, the DMT experience that Queeve had blew his mind open to the experience of all the past religious stuff that was so beautiful and awesome. And to take that now and say, yeah, I'm going to try to use everything I can to help, to if I'm an extension of everything, if I'm this miracle of a million things running through the forest and only one of them making it to the end, blindfolded people, then to live in this magic space, that ain't so bad.
Not at all.
That ain't so bad. And believing in it and just trying to cultivate. I mean, how much do you think, okay, with the wilderness thing, do you think someone would survive so much better when they could control their breath? Because that's an experiment out in the woods. People are wasting away by the end. They're pretty much starving for 4 weeks. I mean, they get a few meals, but it's the rule of 3. 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 minutes without air, and 3 seconds without thought. So like if you mess something up, that take 3 seconds to mess you up if you think wrong. I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool rule of 3.
That's a cool rule of 3.
But if someone could go out there and really get into the monk space while they're out there surviving on the island, like, my body is not going to use much energy today, because I've seen videos of monks heating up blankets. They raise their body temperature so they can heat these wet blankets on themselves, and it's just like a practice that they do. I'm like, what? So if we can do that with our own bodies, and we believe in all that, and it's this multiverse anyway, how do we, in the multiverse thing, how do we know, where does it split off? Do you think, like, when you make a decision that one of your multiverse positions, or is it all multiverse positions that are each living an individual life? You set up an infinite amount of Craigs, and they all live an infinite amount of lives. Or is there interweaving between the multiverses?
Well, actually, the multiverse,
like, our choices, directions in the multiverse.
The multiverse, to me, allows for if you picture our universe like a bubble, like you were blowing bubbles. Okay. And there is this big, vast, infinite room, white room, where these bubbles are just all filling the room.
Okay.
One universe to another universe might have completely different rules. There are plenty of those universes where nothing exists, because the miracle that is life that has been created within this universe just does not exist. But there's also other universes that are similar to ours, and those have maybe a little bit different rules. Gravity looks a little bit different. Gravity is an opposite. Like, for me, the multiverse explores infinite realities in infinite directions.
Sure. An infinite amount of Craigs?
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't see that way. I mean, maybe.
Okay.
I think that there is a spiritual reality that probably has, an infinite amount of outcomes.
Yeah. I just wondered, in my version of the multiverse, I was like, oh, there's a million trillion Steves, kind of like the light. There's an infinite amount of versions of everybody, and there's all these random, almost like AI algorithms.
Well, then they would have to cross over at some points, right? Like,
would they?
I would think so. Or
are they just lined up next to each other?
Yeah, they could run parallel, I guess.
And is that the space? I remember you talking about how music was this ribbon. One time you saw that music was kind of this ribbony wavelength.
Yeah.
And it's there.
It's there. It's always been
It's there. And sometimes you just
every note strikes a chord.
Oh, there's the vibration. I want that vibration. Come to me. Now the vibration kind of goes into you, and if you're kind of worthy for it, maybe you get inspired by one just shoots into you, like your Keith Richards. Like your Keith Richards, and you're dreaming, and satisfaction. Can't get no satisfaction. Came to him in a dream.
So did Yesterday, Paul McCartney.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me a
wrote
break.
He wrote it in minutes.
That's what that Eric Clapton song where he wrote about "You Look Wonderful Tonight."
Yeah.
His wife is getting ready.
Getting ready. I think that's the case often, man.
Oh yeah, I think once you feel it, once it comes
that's
in you.
actually what kind of solidifies
dare lion.
that thing for me a little bit, right? Is that some of the most beautiful things are so simple. That's the psychedelic. You get in there and you're like, you fall in love with the small, like, things that you've taken for granted again. And I want to clarify, I wasn't speaking down on the ego. Like, that is a weird thing where, like, people are like, oh, being egomaniacal or egocentric is often viewed as a bad thing. But I mean, leaders are egocentric a lot of times, right? Like, ego protects us, ego drives us, ego is responsible for a lot of things. What I was getting at is you can learn to reacclimate your ego once you've ever had it completely fall away. And when I say had an ego dissolution, it's not about what it is it's about losing a complete sense of self. We've talked about how certain things people bring up, well, I've done psilocybin, or I've done LSD, or I've done ayahuasca. A lot of times those different medicines will allow you to maintain agency. Ayahuasca, not as much, but still for me, it's been gentler in my experience. Plenty of people have extremely hard experiences on it that are closer to what my DMT experience would be like, because it is DMT. It's metabolized a little differently. Yeah. But I'm losing a little bit here. But the idea is that the LSD and psilocybin and sometimes ayahuasca, they still give you a sense of agency that vaping or smoking DMT or doing a K-hole dose of ketamine don't offer you. And when you have that, when you're actually kind of separate from your physical body, you've gone to this flat spin space of, I don't know where I start and where I end.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know.
And that's
where
ego
that is.
dissolution.
That's what I'm getting at. That when I'm saying ego dissolution, that's what I'm talking about.
You're part of the greater good.
I'm talking about that moment.
I think that's a good leader too.
Where you're existing in everything. It doesn't mean that you lose your ego forever. It means you have the capacity to understand what it is that might lie for you beyond this body and these thoughts. You understand what it's like to be in this cosmic goo of that makes up reality, both waking and seeing reality, and also the reality that's happening behind the scenes. That right there is why I think psychedelic therapy is one of the most important things that we can do for the overall mental health. Miss asked a question, I think it was Miss asked, if you won the lottery and you could forego paying the 50% tax by donating that 50% to any one charity.
MAPS.
For me, it would be MAPS.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that there were people saying St. Jude's, which is so timely.
Spanish Society outreach.
So great. Spanish Society. honest to God,
I would love that.
Let me give money to people where I know where the heart is.
Yeah.
We'll do some damage.
Oh, yeah.
But, I say MAPS in the
We'd
sense
never
that
see Brian Kessler again.
He would be in the Keys.
Tahiti.
Yeah, Bora Bora.
Yeah, he'd be gone.
You hear about that device that mixes oxygen and carbon dioxide 70-30%, and it tricks the brain into thinking you're dying and releases DMT. I have not heard of that.
Yeah, we got one here.
Yeah, go grab it real quick.
Back room. No, I think about ego, and does ego mean you're selfish?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Because I think that's the difference right there.
I think that is the. I think that when people say, "Whoa, check your ego," what it is it's a statement about like if your ego was a spotlight, right? Your ego, in just the most simple understanding of it, is just your sense of self. The fact that you are this thing that is moving about in its own waking reality. Your truth is your truth.
Yeah.
How you're experiencing things, how you're computing things. All of those things are constructed by your ego. That doesn't make the ego bad.
No.
That's what explains your waking self. That's all.
I think, Michael Jordan, he was so competitive. He knew he was the best. I don't think there's anything wrong in like an MMA fight using your ego and yelling at someone and saying, I'm better than you. I'm going to kick your butt, guy. And then that I know I'm good. Is that ego to me? I guess, but also it's self-confidence in knowing the work that you've done is working and you're going to put it to action. That's what that is. I think you desperately need your ego. Like even hearing about the shaman, and we had a text on it. Your shaman needs a little ego if he's going to go in there into the battleground. He's like, I told him I just wanted everybody to see. Is that ego? I don't know. I think it can be considered ego, but I think ego is a lot of times the other person's problem. If they say, Craig, you're so egotistical because you're going, I'm better than you at this. You need to get better at this. Listen, I've been doing this a long time. Be like, God, that guy's egotistical. Is he? Yeah. Or is he just laying shit out for you that you don't want to hear?
No question. That happens often. Yeah.
Because it was a big deal to when you're transitioning from high school and college and you're getting out of the sport world as a guy who's trying to
You
really
just want to be a professional athlete.
You know, that's all I wanted to be. Was a shortstop for the Cardinals. All I ever wanted to be. Then the ego, that's fine. I thought it was a bad thing though
because it's always been thrown at you as a bad thing. The only time someone's talking about ego, and that has more to do with how much our society drags its knuckles. I mean, we're now waking up to what the ego and the id are. We've talked about it before, but now people are becoming more aware of it and its place in our life. Mindfulness is becoming more widespread in the West. This isn't anything new to anybody anywhere else.
Huge difference between egotistical and arrogant, says Brian. Steve, it's all a mirror.
Yeah, he said he'd be doing great work from a very remote location with that kind of cheese. I would have Dr. Evil's lair.
I don't blame him.
The little island.
Sharks with freaking laser beams. We got sea bass.
I actually think the sea bass would be a little scarier. Also,
or were they trout?
They were sea bass.
They used the sea bass.
Sea bass, sir.
They used sea bass again from Dumb and Dumber.
Well, I mean, that was just his name.
I know, but come on.
Sebastian.
It's called Carbogen, named after its creator, Langlois Carbonell.
Okay.
I think lame-ass people try to drain the light out of special people. And
but
call
I got to
it
tell you,
I
I'm not
so
super
too.
excited about breathing 70% oxygen, 30% carbon dioxide to bring on DMT. I just feel like there's way better ways.
Buddy, I got to get into breath work.
Yeah, holotropic breath work is intense. I think that's what led like Rick Doblin down the line of eventually, being in on maps. There's a lot of people that found psychedelic research because of their holotropic breath work.
Is that what killed Bruce Lee, though? He got his breath work down so low.
It's the 3 shaving mirrors. They had a demon that haunted their family, dude.
I know, and that's what got him.
Yeah.
And but he's meditating so hard, his heart stopped, and the demon got him.
Was this like the DARE program for not Eastern mysticism? Like,
I don't know.
This guy.
Yeah,
I could
for
see that.
Real.
I could see that.
For real.
They're like, he was meditating.
Yeah.
Meditated so hard, blew his heart up. That's
meditating.
That is the most just say no shit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, he could slow his heart down to like 3 beats a minute.
He was a cursed man. His family carried a curse.
Well, obviously.
From a demon.
The
demon killed him, killed his father, and then killed Brandon.
Oh, he killed his dad too.
Oh yeah, this is the way. This is the way.
Is that a Jamaican guy?
Do you know the way?
What is it?
The way.
Oh my God, I don't know what he's doing. Everything is a test for self to grow their heart bigger.
I love Heather Hausman. She's a genius.
Gem of a human.
She's a genius. And I'll tell you what else. Her little beau.
Her little beau. That
Nathan,
guy? Oh my God.
Is a brilliant man.
Take your shirt off, Nathan.
Take your shirt off and play me a song.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. We need to listen to what others say that offend us because that's where we can see our own mirror to wake up and transcend to the next level. I like it.
I'm kind of an ass when I don't want to learn things from others. I want to experience it myself and figure it out. And that mirror thing really, it was really, the mirror thing hit me when it, probably around high school, maybe a little later. I realized a lot of the problems I had with other people were problems I had with myself, or when I would get angry at someone else, I was actually angry at myself.
Well, and also also became your reaction, and you became your anger, right?
Oh yeah,
that's the biggest thing. Like, I don't even know that. I think it's easier to not be bothered by things and to let go of that anger as like a second step to understanding that you are not your feelings. You are not, like.
Then what are you?
Your actions.
Your
not your intentions.
Your habits.
You're your actions and your habits and your breath. You're those things. But
you are feelings. You want to have feelings.
You want to have feelings. But you are not. You are in control of your feelings.
Well, you don't want to always be in control of your feelings, do you?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I mean, I think the human experience is one that allows us to not be in control. We talk about that all the time. You want to do psychedelics? If you're not ready to completely surrender control, if you're not ready for that,
good luck.
You might not be ready.
Good luck.
You just might not be ready for the medicine, and that's okay. That's okay. Just telling you, you're not doing yourself any favors thinking you're going in there calling the shots.
Yeah, I gotta really show it respect too now that I know so much about it. Like, I feel like I really have to almost travel away from where I'm at.
There's a moment that happens when dude, I have not eaten psilocybin recreationally in years.
That's all it was for when I first took it.
I haven't in years.
All it was for.
I had the one. I take that back. Yes, I did. I didn't eat it. I had a extremely potent brew. Kind of thinking, it was going to be gentle because my experience with these brews was always a pretty gentle one. And I end up, it spanked me so hard, dude. I came up in 10 minutes, and for the rest of the night, I sat around this room of people like psilocybin grabbed me by my face, like palm my face, and said, "I'm your date to the dance now, bud. You don't get to
I'm your date now, buddy.
You don't get to hang out with any of these people. You don't get to contribute to what they're doing. Let's go outside and puke.
Oh no.
Let's go have a talk. Are you gonna try and smoke a cigarette? Go ahead.
Oh, gross.
I dare you.
No, that's the deal. That's where I'm at.
I do not take psilocybin recreationally. I would not take ayahuasca recreationally.
No.
I wouldn't do that, and I give the fungi just as much respect because it's humbled me in a way.
I have to now.
Yeah, it's almost hard for me. And look, I will never yuck anyone's yums or tell them how to do something.
No, because I did it before.
Me too.
That's all I did.
There is something that happens to me because of the way that I choose to commune with the medicine that I have a hard time giving it to people recreation. I do if they want it.
No,
I find it on a cow patty, and I say, you should go pick that off over there.
Jesus Christ. Allegedly.
No, but I mean,
Queeve
but like it
and Greg.
Not give, but like it's hard to watch people experience it recreationally.
Yeah. Well, you kind of responsible if you help someone. If a guy was to give someone something recreationally.
That's not what I'm saying.
Little bit. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
I don't want people to haphazardly enter a.
Because it's heavy sometimes. It can, especially if you're not expecting it, and then you immediately go, "I got to control this," because that's my deal. I don't want to be out of control now. If I'm gonna ceremony, it's got to be mom. Oh, dad. Hey, good job, Dad. He's new.
He's
I'm
listening.
not gonna put him on the air. He wouldn't. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like any attention. That's one. George and I are completely different on that. He don't. No.
George might be in the background.
I don't want to be. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He tells funny jokes and loves to laugh, but he doesn't want to be the center of attention.
Fair.
Like you see him embarrassed at like a surprise party. And you're like, my dad looks so embarrassed right now.
He's like, why'd you guys make this about?
I don't want to embarrass my dad.
Sure,
Stop. Everyone stop it right now. What were we talking about?
We were talking about people entering into the psychedelic space haphazardly.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to. If I'm going to do it now, I got to leave town. Kind of. I got to make sure my children are taken care of. I want a ceremony with it. I want to go, because right now I just microdose. If Queeve is going to do anything, he's going to microdose. You know, that's what he does.
Sure.
Still have a good time. But like he said, if someone wants to do that, I'm there for him.
Totally, yeah.
But I'm the worst person probably there for him, because I've been in some Hanus spaces over there.
Well, yeah.
Because of my own doing, well, not my own doing. A lot of it was showing me my own bullshit. I took it through a rough period of my life, and it kept saying it wasn't like drinking. I took it recreationally, thinking it was like drinking, because you can drink your problems away, bro. Like, you never blacked out drunk. I went through a phase where I was like, drink until you black out, sir.
Yeah.
So you can forget what you have going on. I'm like, take mushrooms, do the same thing. Oh, I'm hyper aware of my parents' voices telling me how disappointed they are in me right now. It was a totally 180 experience. And I started thinking, what do I want to do with my life? What is going on? So I think the medicine let me off kind of easy because I didn't know. I had some amazing experiences at concerts and festivals where I was like, I heard the Doors cover band, and there was a field of people in tie-dye, and I was tripping. And this is at Schwagstock 10 years ago. Come over this hill, and I never understood tie-dye. And then I got to the top of this hill, and I saw a field of tie-dye on a head full, and I go, that is some of the most amazing shit I've ever seen. It's cool when you see a stadium that's filled with red, or they'll do white blackout or something. Oh, cool. Sure. But with almost everyone wearing tie-dye, holy crap, what a cool experience that was. So I've had some awesome experiences recreationally.
Sure. No, yeah.
That's how I choose to do it now.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, first off, my subjective experience has nothing to do with yours.
Yeah, settle down.
That's what the most beautiful thing about this is like,
George is the best.
You get to acknowledge that other people experience truths that we can try to understand. Might have a comparable experience.
Yeah.
Probably not the same. But because you're not 100% certain that you would be able to explain your truth that you experienced too, it's just as I want people to give me the benefit of the doubt. It's very easy for me to give you the benefit of the doubt. That's why I don't have the doubt when people come back from that space and are like, well, this is what happened. You're going to think I'm crazy. No, I'm not. You found the one person in the world that is not going.
That guy was a little crazy.
I had an experience. This
guy was a legit hadn't slept.
I'm not even talking about that particular guy. I'm just talking. I had a thing where I'm like, if I ever come up to someone that has that just seems crazy, because what a weird thing that in society we're just like, that person's a crazy person.
I know.
That person's a crazy person. Well, I've had my perspective changed enough.
The craziest people now, I'm like, oh, they get it.
They might understand something.
I do.
They might get something I don't know.
That's how I feel when people are like, you got to see this person. They're crazy. And I watch a video of them or something. I don't know, but it seemed like they kind of had it figured out. Am I missing something?
Got to go, fam. I watched the replay. We're actually running a little
We're done.
over.
We're done. If James is leaving, we're going to shut it down.
We're out of here.
Let's shut it down, James. James, you're out.
Bless
we're
up.
Out.
Love you, Hoosiers, and people in the chat. Need to bring earbuds for work. Completely understand. You can also throw it in the background on the Periscope app. You can't do it from Twitter, but if you get the Periscope app itself, you can just put it in the background, and it will play in the background.
October 17th.
October 17th, we're going to raise a bunch of money for Aiden's Alliance. We're having a superhero fundraiser telethon. Steve and I are going to be hosting it. It's going to be a blast. This time, Next week, we will be loading our families into the car, and we're going to be heading down south for a little trip to the Ozarks. And we're going to hang out with some of our favorite people in the Missouri cannabis industry. We are there, guys. We're pretty much there. We should have dispensaries any day now. And
any minute.
Any minute, maybe.
Day,
yeah, I mean, that's all technically true. It's all technically true.
He's right.
Sweet Leaf Emporium was the first sponsor of this fundraiser.
I know.
Jason just threw his hat in the ring right out the gate. We love you, Brian Kessler. We love
You
all
just
you guys
sounded
for
like
tuning
Bill
in.
Clinton right there.
Love you.
We love you, Brian Kessler. I love you.
We love you, Brian Kessler. We love you. Sweet Leaf Emporium. They make a lot of things happen. They're making something happen here that we know is going to take some organic growth. And what's going to be cool is maybe when you're at your desk, maybe there's that person at work that they just don't get it. They just don't get it. Or maybe they're just down and out. They're like, man, I was driving in today. There's this phone call about this dude. Like, they prank call this guy, and he was cheating on his girlfriend, and they ambushed him on the radio, and it was total tragedy, man. Like, it just really embarrassed this guy. Man, I was on the talk news station, and they were saying that if I voted this way, I was a piece of human garbage. Man, I was watching the news today. I went back and forth from all the major networks and CNN and 24-hour Fox News and OAN, and all of them said the world was on fire. But then I found this little show on the internet, man. And these guys talked about wet dreams, and they talked about cranking it to whoopee, and they talked about expanding their consciousness through holotropic breathing.
Yeah, we did do
about
that.
Distance healing,
did
and
do
they
that.
gave me some fun facts for the day. And happy birthday, John Lennon. And I would not have known any of that stuff if I would have just settled for what the cable news network was bringing me.
Bullshit.
So tell your friends about us. Maybe they can find a better way to wake up and a more fun way to wake up. And
They can't. I guarantee they can't.
And you guys can download the Periscope app. You can play it in the background, and we'll play you songs. And hopefully Facebook won't be a bag of flaccid dicks that decides to ban our video for something that was ours, that we created ourselves.
I didn't make the music. I got it on YouTube.
But the
freely.
music said it was free use.
The show is over, we're saying goodbye. I believe in you, so fly, baby, fly. What you gonna see? What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? Let's go get some food. I might eat a toe. You might eat my butt. We might do something that we love. It's the end of the show.
Get weird, get open, and make the world a little brighter.
Make the world a little
What do
brighter.
you think about that send off?
Not too bad.
Get
I
weird,
almost.
get
Well,
open.
I want to tell them to have a great weekend. Monday morning show. Yeah, give me a little tune here. Monday morning show is probably going to be we're going to leave it up to you, Hoosiers. Do we keep our Monday evening show, Steve? Do we move it all to the mornings?
Monday evening.
I think we got to keep the Monday night show. That's where we get weird.
Yeah, that's where.
So what we're going to give you on Monday is probably just a little, what do you think, a little mashup of the week? Or do you want to just give them,
We're gonna sit in some chairs and just fucking get after it.
Monday mornings, bud.
We could just do a blank screen. Just a blank screen. Just cuz.
We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We can't wait to spend some more time with you. Steve, what was that sign off again?
Get weird, get open, and make the world a little brighter.
Oh, that was close. Actually, it was Cowabunga.